Hey everyone, welcome to the Honored Ones podcast, episode 52. Only
Episode 52,
48
huh?
episodes away from Honored Ones podcast, episode 100.
Is that all we are now? Are we just jumping from milestone to milestone?
Yeah, we're just wanderers, travelers, really.
One could even call me a wandering samurai.
Oh my god.
The
Oh,
jokes just write themselves, guys. I'll be here at 8.
that's certainly a
Um,
joke.
yeah. Hope all you guys are having a nice what's today? A nice Sunday afternoon. Um, uh,
Afternoon, it's like Sunday evening.
is it afternoon, Creams?
Are you really?
That's what I thought.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
that's what I thought, buddy.
That is.
It's afternoon. What do you think the word means? Yeah. Anyway,
How have you been, BR? This is a very big
I
podcast for you.
is it now? Why is that?
It's your
Why is it a big
final
podcast for me?
final Ouran update.
Oh yeah. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it a. I mean, we just had our 50th episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, and the
Um.
JJK season 2 anime episode was just dropped, so
Yeah. I mean,
I
I don't
mean
know if it, I don't know if it, I don't know if this one in particular is a big episode for me, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I mean, we got Shammy in chat, so honestly, you might
oh,
be
what's up?
right.
What's
It's
up?
maybe the biggest episode we've ever had. Um. But yeah, what is up? Do you want to jump right into Iran updates or whatever? Like my final thoughts, my resignation, or I don't know if you want to like sorry guys, Iran's over. But
I mean, I know you
hmm,
had to stop crying right before we went live.
oh yeah, I mean I'll let you believe that for sure, man. Like that's definitely a take for sure.
I actually do have a bit of sort of non sequitur. It's sort of related to Blue Lock read-throughs. I think this is also going to be the first week we roll Blue Lock chapter reviews into the podcast. So I
Okay,
think yeah,
cool,
that's
cool,
going to be
cool.
fun. Um, just so I'm not crazy, was there a new Blue Lock chapter this week, or was it the one where Isagi scored on Ness? Am I crazy?
That was the last chapter we
Okay,
got. Yeah.
dude, how often do these drop? I feel like this is why I saw it,
Weekly, unless there's a particular break. Because I mean,
but like, how would we? Because
chapter 213, wow, chapter 213 is out. I just haven't read it yet. It literally like it came out today. It came out earlier today. I literally did not know that until you asked me though.
yeah, wow, me either. I'd almost. Should we just quickly read the chapter and then no?
Bro, you gotta prepare me more, man.
I didn't
Bro,
know. I didn't know either.
no, not the chapter, but you. It's so crazy, chat. Let me put this into context for you real quick, right? The moment you knew that we were doing Blue Lock chapter reviews today is the moment I knew. Bro, he didn't even I don't even think soccer or Blue Lock was mentioned once,
Oh yeah,
bro.
no, it was not, dude. Yeah, I just because I only remember just now. Wow, yeah, no, 4 hours ago the chapter was uploaded, dude.
Bro ain't give me no warning. He ain't give me no memo. He just said, "Nah, we're reading Blue Lock." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. If 212 is the one we're reviewing, then I could talk about 212, but Jesus, man, you be giving me no time to prepare. You be making me look unprofessional, bro."
My bad, bro. Okay. I'm just quickly skimming through the chapter right now. I'm getting the gist of it. I'll read it more in depth later. We can read it more in depth
Oh,
like right
bro,
now, but
I don't wanna blitz through Blue Lock. I wanna read it on my own time. Cook, gestate,
fine,
like
fine. We'll,
fucking
we'll
let it
just do
let it sit.
we'll do 212 then. All right. We won't
Okay,
we won't
okay.
dip our
See, bro.
yeah.
See. The thing is, this chat. This is how you know we're different, bro. Blue Lock is a lifestyle for me. It's something a bit different, bro. Like, I'm somewhat of an egoist myself, if
My
you will.
God.
Like I can't just speed read something. You guys deserve the best Blue Lock bullshit from me in particular.
Dude.
Creams. I
Oh
mean,
my
he's
God.
just a casual, but I'm different.
Okay, okay.
I
Whatever.
hold myself to a
Look,
higher standard.
I guess next week we'll do 213 and 214. We'll bunch them up. It doesn't matter, right? More
Fine.
blue lock in one go, I think. It's not a bad
Mm-hmm.
downside.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. More blue look ain't bad. More blue look ain't
Yeah.
bad.
So I wanna just quickly touch on something before we get into the chapter review. So I watched the entire Blue Lock anime because I saw that the first season just wrapped, And
Mhm.
I'll admit the CG did catch me off guard. I'll just be
Mhm.
blunt there, but they kind of nailed everything else.
I will press the disagree button. I think and I'm making a full video. It's funny you mentioned that because I'm actually like in the process of editing it, comparing the anime and the manga, at least for the first season. The anime, like, just to give my general thoughts without spoiling like the entire video, the anime is
It's a step
generally fine.
down. It's a
Like,
step down from
it's
the
it
manga. Like,
yeah, like
yeah,
yeah. So like the Blue Lock anime is good because Blue Lock is good. But what I would say is Blue Lock season one isn't a particularly good anime. Like that may sound weird or like fucking pretentious or whatever, but all I'm saying, like all I mean by that is like I don't know if I think Blue Lock is the best adaptation of the manga. It's good. Like good is crazy. It is okay. Like it is pretty much the pinnacle of like an okay adaptation. The most okay thing I could really think of, and mediocre is kind of the right way I would put it.
mm-hmm.
I don't mean that in like a whatever. Like it is an entertaining thing, and if it's between don't getting into Blue Lock or not getting into Blue Lock,
It's fine.
or watching the anime,
It's
it's
serviceable.
fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's
Um,
literally just fine.
like they do
That's kind of how it
the
sits to me.
weird intense eye close-ups pretty well, all things considered, right?
Hmm.
So at least they kept that part of it nice, but I don't know. I enjoyed the kind of vibe when they were playing soccer. Now, don't get me wrong, right? Without all the like rigorous internal monologues and crazy art, and all the talk of devouring each other, it lands a little bit harder in the manga. In
Mm.
the anime, it's weird, right? I don't even know if this is positive or negative. It reminded me that they're playing soccer.
It feels super slow, right?
Right.
Like it feels like weightier almost.
Yeah, like in a weird, almost like I said, right? I don't know if it's good or bad. It reminded me that a soccer match is like 3 hours long, and
Yeah.
like, dude, they're playing soccer, um,
Yeah.
in the soccer manga.
Yeah. So it's like, so here's the thing, right? The people are bringing up like the visual, or not the visuals, but like the OST and the voice acting, and
Mm,
like for sure, I'm just kind of like a manga guy now. I've so
you've
voice
left
acting.
anime behind.
Don't get me wrong. I watched all of Blue Lock season one, right? Like it's not like I'm not talking on my ass here. I've watched it, but and
For
I
the
liked it.
culture, yeah.
I liked the sub and the dub, to be completely honest with you, in terms of it. So I think overall, like it sounds really good. The OSTs are good, all that stuff. And if that is a very, very big thing for you, you should probably watch it because I think it nails that. Like the audio part of the experience is really well handled,
Yeah.
but I feel kind of spoiled by how good the Blue Lock manga is artistically
Mm-hmm.
because Liv said it too, right? The Blue Lock manga got better movement than the Blue Lock anime.
It's
And
crazy,
that's
yeah.
and it's like it's just and it's not even like a particular diss on the anime. I think the anime is once again the pinnacle of just okay, but the manga is just so exceptional at depicting movement and like action and dynamic like posing and shots and stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
that it makes the anime pale in comparison. So it's almost like if you've watched the anime first, you have absolutely no idea what you're missing. You know what I mean? It's like you don't know what you don't know type of thing.
Right.
But when it comes to me, right, as someone who's read the manga, who's able to, it's not even like a Blue Lock is boring on a reread or like on a reconsume. It's not. Like I've reread the manga like 4 or 5 times,
Yeah, it's
right? So
great.
that's not even
Yeah,
the
still
issue.
holds up.
It's yeah, it's more so that like a lot of the intensity that comes from like Bachira taking it down the field and like bodying everybody, like 1v1ing every single person and then scoring. It's like that's super cool in the manga and it's super intense and it feels really fast. It feels really dynamic. And in the anime, it's like you did dribble, you know what I mean? Like you did definitely the ball was on the ground, your foot was on the ball, and you got past people. And it's just kind of like, eh. Like it's just literally like the moments don't hit it hard for me, but I'm also able to acknowledge that a ton of people have gotten into Blue Lock strictly because of how the anime is. And I honestly attribute that more to like the content of the series rather than the adaptation of it. Because I'm gonna be real,
Mm.
there is a way to make the Blue Lock anime like pop. You can really get crazy with it and make that shit just as intense and hype as the manga. But I just don't feel like they did that with the first season, which is once again literally just okay. I'm rereading U20 match right now.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Exactly. Bro, I actually just read the Manshine City versus Bastard Munchin game. Like today. Like I just reread that today. No reason. I think I was looking for a scan to put in my video. And I just started reading. I clicked it, I saved the panel, and then I just started reading the game. Like, bro, Blue Lock is definitely something that can be consumed over and over and
yeah,
over.
it's really like it's definitely amazing, right? Like don't make this. I don't know if don't get us twisted, right? Like the manga is just better, right? It's amazing on its own, right? I think for me, I just like the anime isn't bad, right? That I'm
Yeah.
like, um, it, I wouldn't recommend. It's not like I wouldn't not recommend somebody watch the anime to get into Blue Lock's story, right? It's good enough.
Mm.
Now, obviously, I'll prioritize the anime, the manga, right? If I can get them in there, then
Yeah,
I have an agenda to push, clearly, right?
for sure.
So
Yeah.
that being said, I did like a couple things. One, I did watch the English dub a little bit too. I just like
Mm.
okay, so it was weird, right? Let me walk you through this. I wanted to see what the English dub was about because I saw some people. I saw the clip of Rin,
Mm.
uh, with the world's best team.
Yeah.
Um,
Ooh, in
yeah,
sub it was really bad. In
yeah.
sub it
In
was kind
sub
of
in
painful.
sub it was a little painful, but it got me kind of like remembering this other clip that I saw where somebody was like, fuck, I forgot the line. It was so goofy. It was like,
Got him.
got him,
Like,
yeah.
bro,
Oh my,
no. So listen, that was goofy. It was funny, but I'm not gonna lie to you. That was, it was that shit kind of hit, bro.
it
Like
did, it did,
it sounds crazy,
see,
but it was goofy, and that shit
and
kind of
it
slapped,
slapped,
bro.
right? And I was like, no, no way, this just slapped. I like went back and I was like, I need to confirm, right? I need to make sure that I'm not crazy, right?
Yeah.
And so I tried to look for the episode. Ended up rewatching all of Blue Lock, like
Hmm.
the anime. Just ended up watching the fucking anime because I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I almost forgot how good Blue Lock was,
Yeah.
And
Yeah, bro, that got him scene. I was like, God, I feel like Isagi's voice actor was really having fun when he hit that
yeah,
line, bro.
and there were some changes. The first one, Cameron, thank you for reminding me. Donkey instead of loser was
Hmm.
very funny. Um,
Donkey. I was like, oh
yeah.
shit, what's
Uh,
happening?
and the prodigy line, it wasn't
Hmm.
butchered, but you know what it is. The prodigy line was almost like a kind of microcosm of this anime in as like in macro because
Hmm.
here's what it was, right? It was almost as hard as the original, but not quite there, right? It was serviceable. I think the line in the anime
Hmm.
was like, "This is the good part, so be quiet, genius," or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But man, in the manga, shut it, prodigy. This is the good part. Oh,
Yeah.
it hits different, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, 100%, I agree. And it's like, it's so like, while I have a preference for manga, I'm not so like stuck up my own like whatever that I can't acknowledge an anime being as good or better or having better moments. But it's like, bro, I can acknowledge JJK be hitting sometimes more than the manga, Chainsaw Man be hitting sometimes more than the manga. Like a recent example is like Hell's Paradise, just as good as the manga's first chapter in my opinion, right? Like really good things to come. I hope at least. But like Blue Lock is kind of just the first episode actually is kind of it's kind of an ankle breaker, I feel like, because the first episode feels significantly more well done than anything that follows in terms of like animation and like production value and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing is I don't feel like the anime takes advantage of what makes animation so impactful. It feels kind of stilted. You know what I mean? It almost gets too focused on recreating specific panels instead of focusing on making the movement like very fluid and very like intense. Like you'll notice, I actually have a lot saved where it's like it's basically a one-to-one recreation of the manga. And in a still shot, that looks cool, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
the anime, like in certain stills, looks really good. But the problem is, it feels it's not very fluid, and a lot of what you'll see if you watch that anime is stills with characters thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stills with characters thinking, or just characters just moving their mouths and nothing else, or like really clunky CGI or things of that nature. And it's like it's not horrendous, it's not horrible, it's not like some atrocious like destruction of the Blue Lock series or anything. It's just not nearly as fun as the manga. Like, bro, when I see, I don't know, Chigiri sprint down the field, I feel like wind is going through my hair and I'm getting like and I'm getting blitzed or something in the manga. In the anime, I'm like, bro, put me in a foot race with him. I'm dusting him, bro. It's just I'm like, bro, I will outrun anime Chigiri. Manga Chigiri might be faster than Sukuna. Like,
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna
dude,
say,
it's
bro.
really
These characters
crazy.
just feel fast.
Yeah, when I was like, I watched Shigiri run, right, and I was like, oh, he's just running on a soccer field.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, you know, in the anime, in the manga, it was like this guy was zooming at like the speed of lightning, and I was like,
Yeah, bro.
what?
Like in the manga, bro is like and it's something you can definitely make that sort of exaggeration um like in the anime. Like, bro, it happens. And to me, this is what I feel like, right? And I want to address something someone else mentioned earlier,
Mm,
sleeping danger. I want to address that comment. But first, right, it's like you can get that same sort of excitement by just battle shonening up the anime. Like, and
mm-hmm.
it sounds crazy, but like I feel like I almost feel like the direction the animators took was a more realistic take on soccer visually, or at least an attempt to, right? I don't think it was necessarily completely successful, but it was certainly an attempt to do that. And that's cool, right? I think Blue Lock has very real elements that should be acknowledged that like apply to just real life in general.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the fun comes from how insane these characters are moving. And bro, give me like when Chigiri starts running, make the world blur around him. And like you know how anime be depicting speed and stuff. Like you could have really gone crazy with a lot of the shit we saw, but I feel like it was just really tame in a way that I wasn't the biggest fan of.
Yeah, tame is the right word for it. I think
Mm.
it's not as crazy as it should be, all things
Yeah.
considered. Yeah, but you know, it's very passable, and I think it gets across Blue Lock's ethos, if you want to call it
Mhm.
that. Like well enough.
Yeah, for sure. That's kind of the conclusion. I definitely was a hard like, don't watch it, it sucks. And then I'm like, it's not really. It's not. I'm reacting like
It's not
that
a deal
strictly
breaker.
because I have like these expectations from the
Mhm.
manga, and it may not be fair to expect as good of like a depiction of Blue Lock as the very original series.
Yeah.
Um,
Also,
yeah,
the voice acting in the English dub is actually crazy good, all things considered.
yeah, bro. I
Um,
really like Isagi's voice actor particularly.
yes,
I think he did a
yeah,
really good
because
job.
you know what it was? I think I heard a clip of Bashira's, and I was like, hmm, I don't know about this one yet. But like hearing it in the anime, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no, Bashira would sound like this. Like
Yeah,
I was just
for
tripping.
sure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think dubbed anime has just gotten a lot better, honestly, over the
Yeah,
years.
I agree. I agree. I think people just care about it more for sure.
Mm,
Blue Lock anime is a 7, manga is a 10. That's probably like just a
yeah,
good way to describe it. It's
hundred.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's good. Yeah.
yeah,
um.
yeah.
So I guess.
Got him
Got
was
him.
sick. It's funny, but like it's also nothing to play with. Like that shit was hard, bro. Like because he's monologuing to himself and he's like, I can't beat him. And then it just flashes, got him. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It slapped. I was like, this is the most hilarious, goofy thing that has ever gotten me hype in my life. This is actually ridiculous.
I just want to talk about you know what's I don't know if you've noticed this uh,
Mm,
I don't know if you have had the opportunity to notice it even
mm,
so the most recent series I've consumed now isn't even Blue Lock, it's Ted Lasso, which also happens to be roughly around soccer. um
mm,
and it was the craziest thing, right? Because the series, like soccer is like a set piece basically, right? It's where like the
mm,
human story takes place. I'm not going to go into the details with like Ted Lasso, but basically it's like semi-human drama in the context of like soccer, right? Professional soccer.
mm,
And I didn't know, and again, like please understand, I'm coming from a place of not knowing like lick about any sport really, like very deeply. So the
mm,
whole like striker, you know, egoist thing with Blue Lock, I was like, that's kind of crazy, because I'm like, yeah, soccer's a team sport. It's the team sport, right?
mm,
And so I'm like watching Ted Lasso, right? And there is this kind of ethos, this message, this theme that kind of permeates the show in the very, 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 very background that if you just did not give a shit about soccer, you would never pick up on, has no merit for you, right? But if you're like, if you got into Blue Lock, for example, like I did, right? Almost confirms Blue Lock's thesis about strikers. So, for example, there's this one character, right, who is like an asshole. He's like just a prick to everyone around him, everybody who tries to help him, everybody who loves him, right? Best player on the team. He is the goal maker, right? He is the forward. He's the striker. He's like the guy, right? Fucking
yeah.
One character said his right foot was kissed by God, which I thought was just a really funny line, right?
Yeah.
And then a couple seasons later, they got another player who has an even bigger effect, and he's an even bigger egoist. Like he's making people do like meditation in the locker room, right? Like he's fully taken over. And I just kind of said to myself, is this soccer? Like has this always been soccer? Like, am I crazy? Like did everybody know about this striker thing? Am I losing it? So like I was going down this fucking rabbit hole, and I was like, okay, then who's the best striker? And apparently there's a difference between strikers and forwards, and dude, soccer fans are actually insane, by the way. Any kind
Soccer's fun as fuck, bro. I'm about to become a soccer fan for real. It's unfortunate,
no,
but I'm transitioning.
They're actually deranged. Like I was like, okay, give me just a list of like the top 10 best strikers right now, right? Very milquetoast take. I just want to get some names, see if I recognize any, right? Let me tell you, I was not ready for the rabbit hole that unfolded before me. I'm sorry, Chad, but like y'all got to go on this journey with me, right? So, a big thing I noticed is that with any other top 10 list, you'll see some like flavors of bias. You look up, top 10 strongest characters in Bleach. You can expect like 1 through 5 to be relatively uncontroversial because it's the same like 5 characters, maybe in just different order, right? Your Yuhas, Aizens, Ichigos, blah, 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 right? But soccer fans, they don't do that. Every list is fucking different. There was this one list. They had this guy named Cristiano Ronaldo. I think he's like one of the biggest soccer players, right? And see, I only know him because like he's famous enough to like break into the kind of mainstream, I guess, of celebrity. And I only know him from having so many Instagram followers, right? Apparently he's like even more famous if you're a soccer fan. You're fucking losing your mind. He's like, he's the celebrity, right? So one guy had him at number 20th out of 100 or something, or like out of 50 on his list of active strikers, right?
Okay.
And let me tell you, man, I'm not even a soccer fan, and I winced. I was like, "Are you allowed to do this, dude? Like,
are you allowed to do this?"
So I read the description of it, right? He was like, his opening line, I know, Cristiano Ronaldo, the fucking heartthrob of soccer, is not in the top 3. Oh, what's this guy thinking? And then he proceeds to like give his justification for putting him on the list. And I'll be honest with you, dude, it just translated as I'm biased. Get over it. Leave me alone. Messi better. Like. Crazy stuff.
I feel like the consensus is that Messi is better.
Right.
From what I've seen, from what I've heard.
And then other lists, right? Again, same type of list it's supposed to be. And it'll just not have either of them on it. And it'll be like a note. I don't want to put them in there because fuck them. Or they're not real forwards or something like that. And then other ones is like, yeah, dude, of all time, they're good, I guess. They might be in the top 5 maybe by the time they retire. And another guy and like other lists are like, these are literally the best people to ever look at a soccer ball. God came down and blessed both of their fucking legs. And dude, I still don't fuck.
I feel like football fans are willing to die about their shit. I feel
for real, right? And I was like, I'm just as confused as when I started. Are these people even good at soccer? Like what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I feel like, and this is just I haven't really started like watching actual soccer games yet, even though I want to. But like I feel like just from what I've gathered, saying Messi is not like, I don't know, top 1, top 2, top 3, whatever at football is like saying LeBron or Michael Jordan aren't. It's like it's not even opinion based. There's no real room for argument. It's just like okay, I'll put it like this, right? Because you may not be a big basketball fan. Imagine if somebody said Gojo was outside of the top 5 strongest characters.
That's insane. That's like, kind of how it felt.
Not only is it insane, there is actually there's no possible argument that it exists. Like
you would have to be Skip Bayless to make this argument.
The story. Yeah.
Like,
By the way, I got a screenshot of Skip Bayless saying LeBron was the GOAT. I thought
yeah,
that
that
shit
was
was
a
funny.
crazy thing
Um,
for him to make an April Fool's joke out of. He's like, oh,
yeah.
you never heard of cropping, old man?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. By the way, real quick, Chad, if there are any football fans in here, you know where I can start football from season one?
Same
Appreciate it.
here. Yeah.
I'm actually trying to start from the basics for real.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you okay with like telling them, or because I forgot to ask you about it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's not anything too crazy. I just started playing football or playing soccer. I don't even know if I deserve to say football yet. I don't know if I'm that good. I started playing soccer,
Yeah.
guys.
Okay. So,
That's
what,
about
like,
it.
walk me through it. Like, do you do tutorials, like practicing in your backyard, or like you join a soccer club, or like, what's, how you doing it?
Uh, I mean, bro just stole my thunder because he basically just went through most of the things.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, bro just went, yeah, he said, all the things you're doing, are you doing? And I'm like, yeah, soccer or American football? Soccer. I don't want to get a concussion. Thank you. But like, yeah, soccer. And basically, I mean, blue up be kind of cool though. Like, bro, what you want me to do about that? I said, damn, bro, I gotta be just like Isagi for real. I'm not just like Isagi for real.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, it's a mix of like watching a bunch of tutorials, doing a bunch of like very seeming like the people make the drill seem easy, bro. I'd be like, am I like physically inept? Like I have to wonder sometimes, like, bro, I walk the same way you walk, right? How are you doing this with your feet? So
Mhm.
that's been a pretty big thing. A club or like a organization, no. I'm probably gonna join one in the summer though, because I think that sounds pretty fun.
Say that
But
again.
I've literally just been going to either a local field and just practicing, or
Mm.
like my backyard is a space that's big enough for me to practice. So that's what I've been doing. Um,
You gonna
like
join a soccer club, like proper?
Uh, bro, I'm not good enough to join it's gonna be like for baby mode, like
Yeah. I
for
mean,
fucking amateurs. But yeah,
I'm sure they
probably.
have like recreational soccer clubs, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's what I'm interested in getting into. Yeah, yeah. And honestly, this is something I've talked about before, but
Mhm.
like this is what sports manga be doing to me, bro. Sports manga be doing this, and it's I won't say it's unfortunate, but it is real. It is real. All I'm gonna say is, all I'm gonna say is, ego.
Dude.
Let me know. Give me 3 months, bro. Give me 3 months, and then hit me up.
Bro,
3 months, and then hit
so
me up.
I gotta ask, are you a Nagi level prodigy, or because he was only playing 6 months at that point?
No, I'm not a Nagi level prodigy, though. No,
I
but
don't
guess
know, bro.
what? Nagi's a bum. He's a burger.
I don't know.
He's lame, bro. I don't want to be Nagi. I want to give me Isagi, bro. Let me be just like him for real. So I decided, damn. Listen, listen, chat. Some of you may be side eyeing me, and I understand, right?
Hmm?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I can't recreate battle shonen shit, even though I think that's super cool. Like, I'm not Sakamoto. I can't fucking grab a grenade and throw it back at somebody. I'm not Deku. If I break my arm, I'm done. It's over. Whatever I'm doing, stop it. Complete it. You know what I mean? But guess what? But guess what? I can play a sport. Maybe not good today, maybe not good tomorrow, or the day after that, or the week after that. But guess what? I can get good at sports. I can't get good at flying around, at least in theory. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm applying myself. Chat, be happy for me.
Oh my god, dude, it's funny you say that because like it's kind of got, I don't know what it is, but it's that phenomena where you notice something and then you start noticing it more often, like you start seeing it everywhere.
Hmm.
So for me, it's just how into sports people are. Like I knew that like in my periphery, right? But I didn't know it could like affect me, right? In my little bubble here. And aside from all this Blue Lock, Ted Lasso soccer stuff, the real big like moment for me was on Twitter uh,
Hmm.
for the Japan versus USA baseball match.
Hmm.
Dude, I watched a fucking baseball video essay like about the match because I was like, why is this so crazy, right? And the only reason it even caught my interest was because of one line Ego had said in the Blue Lock manga where he was like, "Yeah, man, Japanese baseball were fucking demons on that fucking in that
Hmm.
sport, right? Nobody wants to smoke with us, right?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, didn't the U.S. like curse the world with baseball? Like how are we letting this shit slide, right? Um,
Yeah.
And I saw the match. I did not know it was as like fucking Shakespearean as it was, dude. Like, I'll give you like a how I understood it, or like the analogy the guy used. He said in the final inning, right, as like the score was going to be tied, the best player on Team USA, who's like the go-to guy, right, like the face of the sport for the US, right, this guy named Mike Trout, right. He was up to bat against Japan's golden guy. Hit the Mike Trout over on Japan's side. He was the pitcher, right, and he struck him out. He didn't even get a chance to hit the ball, and Japan won. And I was like, nah, no way, dude. That had to be scripted. No, that's way too cool for fucking baseball.
Listen, bro. That shit was hard. I hate baseball. Like,
you saw it too.
I don't want to play it. I don't want to watch it. That shit was hard.
You saw it too? Oh,
that was cold.
Hold
was cold, bro. That was cold. Because here's the way I got into it. Right, there was an edit, and I beat. Hold on, real quick, before I get into my fucking, I guess, baseball bag. Brendan Lapidus, thank you for the 2. Mbappe is a GOAT after his performance in the finals. Yeah, bro. Because of Blue Lock, I'm a little bit more tapped in, like on Twitter, on fucking YouTube, and TikTok, whatever. Like, more soccer stuff pops up for me, right? And bro, Mbappe is somebody that I thought was kind of cool. But yeah, thank you for the 2. And Mbappe, from what I've seen, do be going hard for real. Anyways, so I saw an edit between those 2, right? Like, where it was like the greatest pitcher of our time versus the greatest batter of our time. And then the edit snaps and it just struck out. And I'm like, oh my God, bro. There's something about those types of matchups, like, regardless of the sport, those players that almost transcend the sport that they're in. It's like, nah, bro. That's hard regardless.
Because, bro, like, you watch one baseball game from front to finish, you're gonna understand why they serve you beer at 11 a.m. Like it is hard to sit through, right? But man, put in a good rivalry on it, get some eyeballs, and whoo, now you're fucking cooking, dude. You got some steaks. And it's funny, right? With all this like new sports craze, I was like, maybe I should get more into sports manga. And I think I hit you up about it, right? Because I was like, oh, maybe I should check out like Kuroko's Basket. My logic for that was so like basic. It was like, soccer is basketball is just soccer with hands, right?
Jesus Christ.
It literally is.
Have you ever played a sport in your life?
2 teams oppose each other. They have to get into the other one's goals. It's just
Jesus Christ. That's okay. Football is just soccer with hands. Volleyball is just soccer with hands. Oh, there's 2 teams and they're playing against. Like,
no. Volleyball is different because there's no goal on opposite ends. Are you really doing this? Like, dog.
The goal is literally the floor.
What is...
Like, okay, does basketball have a net that's on the ground that you have to kick it into or throw it into?
It's just
no. You shoot up into the like. What are we doing, man?
Oh my God.
I can't have. Okay, have you ever played a sport, like a team sport?
No.
That. You know what? I was about to get upset. That makes perfect sense. That's fair. That's why you think that.
Okay. How, with these 2 sports specifically, what are they different in? Fundamentally, right? Even the field's layout looks the court's layout looks the same. They're just smaller.
They're like, okay, name the similarities that you think exist.
Okay. Assuming the leg arm thing, and assuming like the scale of like smaller basketball field, larger for soccer goals because soccer fields, because you need to run, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Passing, the layout of the courts are very similar. The mechanism for
similar how are they similar?
Don't do this. Don't.
No, how are they? No. Describe how they're similar, because if you say that, I'm gonna say a football field and a soccer field are the exact same.
Okay.
Because they got lines and shit.
Okay. Yes, the goalie is the only thing that's missing, I grant you. But generally, opposite team net scores points, and
okay, continue.
And they do tend to favor like all-star players. Come on.
Okay, so I'll list some differences. Just the amount of players. Basketball has less than half the amount of players that soccer has in any given.
It's a smaller field.
Side. The roles are entirely different. There is no point in a basketball game where somebody should not be playing defense, and you don't have people that are strictly dedicated to playing defense. You play on both sides of the court all the time. In soccer, that's not the case. You have strikers who can go back, but their point is to score and to be on the offensive side of the field, right? With basketball, that's not the case. The rules are entirely different. Even things as basic as you can't go back court in basketball once you've crossed that half court line doesn't apply in soccer, right? Fouls and how those are used are completely different, right? Like there are so many things that are entirely different about like what basketball is versus soccer, that saying that basketball is soccer with hands is like actually insane.
I didn't know all
Because
that about
they're
basketball. Oh my
they're
god.
as similar, they're about as similar to each other as basketball, football, and soccer are. Like they are just like worlds apart. And
Uh
no, Bushama, to answer your question, Kreams does not play any of these or a team sport.
it just I'm going off looks, man. Going off vibes.
Have you ever watched a full game of either of these?
No.
Okay.
Keep in mind, right? This sports shit is new to me as of like a week or two.
Yeah, no double dribble rules one. I mean, there's so many different things. There's so many different things. You can't fucking travel in soccer. Whatever. The point has been made, right? There are a lot of different rule sets and things that lead to them being
So wait,
like
does that mean
entirely separate.
would you say that hockey's closer to soccer then?
It's probably, I mean, closer to soccer in the sense that like I mean the goals, like how you score is much more similar, but
Right.
I don't know anything about hockey outside of you skate and then you swing a hockey stick at a hockey puck.
Right. I man, I feel like hockey is like if soccer and football had a fucking child on ice.
uh Maybe, man. Hold on real quick. Justin Williams, thank you for the two. Golf. Checkmate, BR.
Dude, I can't do golf.
I bet this was funny as fuck. I don't remember I don't know what this is in context to. This man thought volleyball was a girl sport, so yeah, I mean,
I did
yeah.
not.
Bro, you're gonna make us get the clip, and that's gonna look bad in your resume.
It's not
Um,
that. I more meant it like I've been around more female volleyball players than male ones. That's all I meant it as. Which
Yeah.
is true, by the way.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I ain't say I'm not gonna tell you who
Yeah.
you've been around. I'm not about to be like, no, you haven't. Like,
It's like, were you there? Like, what the fuck?
yeah,
Make yourself
yeah.
known, dude.
Yeah. That soccer basketball thing was crazy because like I played basketball for I don't know, fucking 15 years or whatever. So it's like, and trust me, as someone who even has a rudimentary understanding of soccer, I'm like, no, no. So that was interesting.
Wait, what?
It's like boxing. I mean, honestly, the similarities between like something like boxing and MMA are probably drastically like more similar than soccer and basketball.
I mean, yeah,
It's just-
the stoppage
it's
is
just completely
different. The rules are different. It's vastly different. Yeah, okay. If
Like
that's a
that-
comparison,
bo-
yes,
bo-
I see.
boxing is MMA with no feet or grappling. That's that's the same thing.
No, wow, yeah, you're right. That just okay. I see why I was wrong. My bad, guys. My bad. Hollow Fight Tensions on Getsu. Thank you for the 5. Blue Lock nails the best in the world mentality. I'm a musician. It takes a lot of drive. That many don't have to strive for number one. I never played any instruments, and I've never played sports. So it's funny, right? I've only ever had the drive to do stuff for my own like satisfaction, but I've never had to like compete. So I don't know. The competitive.
You're a YouTuber, bro.
Yeah, but I don't upload. you think a competitor?
See, bro. I was trying to help you out. I'm trying to. No, bro. You got an ego for real.
Look, bro. I appreciate it, but let's be honest, man. The YouTube thing, like nobody can be a better opponent than myself. Like let's be real. Like
Listen, I'm beating my own ass.
Yeah,
I'm
like dude, who's doing a better job at stopping me than me? Name somebody. Exactly.
Listen, bro. Somebody get Angel Axes out of here, bro. He is too horny on man. Time this motherfucker out. Let him think about his actions. This is crazy. Let's see. Like,
you know, I'm not good. I'm trying to get over that, but generally speaking, right? You know, the drive to beat others was never it's never really you know what it is. The closest thing I've had is the drive to keep up with others, but that was just academically, right?
Interesting.
Because like I was like an AP kid in high school, and all my dude, like two of my closest friends were the valedictorian and the salutatorian in my graduating class. You know what I mean? So I was like,
Yeah.
damn, dude. I'm like, I feel like I'm running on an infinite treadmill while they're like doing a light jog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so let me ask you this. And I want to ask qualified since it's against you too, because you play an instrument or you're a musician. But did Whiplash? Have you watched
Yes.
Whiplash? By the way, did that resonate with you at all?
Mhm.
I felt, yeah, okay. To me, it gives the same like give everything to what you're doing or die type of vibes, and I'm like, you know what? I respect it. I should go hard for real.
See, here's the
Um.
problem like that I had, right? And it might
Mhm.
be verging a little bit close on personal, but the reason I can never like subscribe to the give everything belief is because like they give everything, man. And I'm like, I don't know. I like seeing my friends, you know? Like
Yeah.
I like food. I love
Mm.
food. No. I fucking love food, BR. Like you know me, dude. I'm a fucking freak about cooking. But like like things like that are hard to give up. So it's oh yeah, to be the best, you can never you have to constantly deprive yourself of all the shit you like, and I'm just like, eh.
Mm. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it just comes down to like the passion of it. Like it's not so much. I mean, there are sacrifices, but you could say the same. Like I don't like staying up late, or you probably don't like staying up late to edit or some shit. But you do that to make the video. It's like
Yeah.
it's just upscaled for the amount of passion people have.
Yeah. I mean,
Um.
I do it because like I'm weird about finishing a task, but it's not about
Mhm.
competition, right? I if it was about competition for me, I think I would have gone off the deep end by now, right? Like with my
Interesting.
performance being what it is, right? Like I would have gone crazy.
Interesting. That's I guess there's always going to be different types like that because okay, that's interesting. I'm not gonna criticize at all, but I think I'm just thinking about it as like because I'm a pretty fucking you may not have guessed this from my demeanor. I'm a pretty competitive person. Like competition is a very integral part of like my personality. I can tone it down. Obviously, not everything has to be this life or death thing, but conversations we be having.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like that. Like I in fact like continuously look and actively seek out people that I sort of envy in like a healthy, friendly way
Mm-hmm.
to push me to do better in every facet where like I want to like have any sort of improvement. So it's just interesting hearing that like that competitive drive is like almost non-existent for you
Yeah, because it's not
in that
really
regard.
it's not really competitive. The feeling is more akin to inspiration.
Mm,
I'm just like, oh shit, that looks cool. Let me try that, right? And that's kind of where it ends or begins for me. Like,
mhm,
I know one of the things that I messed with you a lot about was like me having a million view video while you didn't,
mhm,
and
mhm,
it was just me like fucking with you. Like I didn't care.
mhm.
But like I think for you it was like a drive thing, right? Like it was like
Yeah,
a
no, I
record
do
to be
care.
right, yeah. And like for me, I care in like the sense of like it would be fun to do this thing, but I'm not
Mhm,
committed to it. And on another note, that person that I compete with that I send you updates on.
mhm.
So for me, right, it's about the bit more than anything because I think it's
Yeah,
just really really funny to do it, right? But I'm not genuinely competing, right? If that was
yeah,
the case, I would have been grinding way harder.
yeah, for sure. For sure. And Liv, I think, brought up like the self competition thing,
Mm.
which is kind of like I think that's also part of it. But yeah. Also, hello. Do you just call me a toxic Valorant player? That's crazy, bro. Listen, don't do that to me ever again. Um. Anyways, bro, where? How did we get here?
Yeah, wow, that was a. I just wanted you to tell me how Ouran went, and we, huh?
How did Uran get to ego?
Watch Ted
Um.
Lasso, I guess, is the takeaway. You'd love it,
yeah,
yeah, all of you.
yeah. Let's see. In any case,
Mm.
damn, Sleepy Danger. What is this Shigiri ass backstory? What the fuck?
Uh,
Um,
wow, dude.
bro,
Yo,
bro said, oh shit, I'm so sorry, but bro, deadass stole Shigiri's backstory. I'm sick.
that's
Um,
crazy. He was like Chiguri in the Dark timeline.
god damn. Um, you start? Oh, what am I looking at right now? Oh, I'm
Uh,
looking. It was a comment following up on some WrestleMania shit. Now I know I'm too far off the deep end. But yeah. Um, Chad, have they started JJK yet? No, you're good. You're
yeah, you
good.
got a lot of
JJK
time to,
discussion.
yeah.
JJK discussion has not started. Don't worry, you have not missed out on anything that you've been looking
Dude,
for in
I
that
can't
way.
believe this is the second almost hour-long sports tangent in Honored One's history. That's crazy.
Bro, imagine if you played a sport too. We might even be able to get to an hour and a half for real. Um, let's see. Ouran though, because I feel like we've delayed that
Yeah,
long
yeah.
enough.
So,
Ouran was cool.
I,
Yeah, it was cool. It was a nice little manga ending. You know what I mean? I'm satisfied with the conclusion. I'm happy. I can close this we'll say metaphorical manga volume that I don't own, and be satisfied with the way it ended. Like it was pretty good. It didn't like the ending was just cool. It kind of ended in a very similar way to like a bunch of other like romance or slice of
mhm,
life manga that I've read.
mhm.
So it kind of feels like, going through the motions, and not in a bad way, but just in a this is very familiar way. And one weird thing, why does everybody at the end of like romance kind esque series be going to America, bro? Like what? It's such a.
Is
I,
that
I
a
don't know if
trope?
anybody else. I don't know if anybody else has kind of tapped into that, right? But like, and it's not even. It's like it's not that it happens all the time, but it be happening often enough where I'm like, but why though? It, it I don't know. It's interesting. When I saw it, when I'm like, I'm going to America, I was like, oh, dead ass. I was like,
Like,
okay. I was like, oh, for real? Because it just felt like
I think she got into
I've been here
Stanford too.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Stanford is the same
Yeah.
place. I won't spoil. Well, actually, it's in the anime.
Yeah.
No, it's
It's
not.
not.
I'm
It's
not gonna
it's
spoil.
it's in the manga.
No, I was talking about for a different series.
Oh, okay.
In a different romance manga I really like. But it's literally a main character gets into Stanford, and they have to go to America, and I'm like, I, bro, I've been here before. I've read this, and I can't say it's plagiarism because this shit came out like way earlier. But goddamn, it's this looking mad familiar. But yeah, I mean, it felt familiar in a good way. Familiar in part because I was like I had known the tropes or whatever.
Mhm.
But familiar also in a way that like I'd come to know these characters. And it was cool to see like the resolution. Um, resolution to a decently long series in the sense of like these chapters were a lot longer than average.
Mhm.
It was cool. I think I can safely say that by the end of the manga, you guys may have heard my journey. I think I like everyone in the main cast.
Let's go.
Even the twins. The twins are definitely at the bottom of that totem
Mhm.
pole. I will be honest, but they have scraped by the bare minimum to go from like disdain to like apathy to like you know what I think you guys are okay.
Tolerate. You love to see
I,
it.
I will allow your existence in my manga for real. But yeah, I mean, I like the ending. Tamaki and Harui
Mhm.
lock the fuck in. Like, come on
Let's
now,
go.
let's cook. Let's cook. Obviously, let's do this thing. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of just that. It was a very comforting, sweet, wholesome manga. Had a little bit of a rocky start for me, but
Mhm.
over time, kind of turned into something that I think I can say I enjoyed.
Let's
You know?
fucking go, dude. I'm happy. This really does put a smile on my face, man. I guess final score, of this series, kind of, and I guess looking back on the series in totality, not just like the ending or the last 6 chapters you read for this episode.
Mhm.
What do you think on it more broadly?
So more broadly, I probably give like a 7 out of 10. Like I have it very similar to where I have like other like slice of life or
Mm,
romance manga.
mm,
It kind of sits in my median there, which is pretty good because I have a bias towards those type of manga. I tend to like them a lot.
mm.
So sitting in the middle of that pack is it's pretty good for that. Overall, I mean I kind of feel like it's just solid, and you can't really complain about it being solid. It's fun all the way through. I think why did I say it like that? Tamaki and Harui are like just the best in their characters that I think I would just generally enjoy. Even outside of the context of this manga specifically, I think they're just cool, are interesting, funny, all that. So I feel like I'm pretty glad I read the series. It was pretty dope. Um, and overall, I gotta say that I liked it.
Damn.
I definitely, I can add this to like the third or second of like the handful of shoujo that I've read now. Now I can put this on my resume.
Let's go. You always love to see more shoujo. You know, it's funny. You had not the op. It's not even the opposite reaction. You just had a very different reaction than I had. Because when the manga ended for me, I was in tears, man. I was bawling my eyes out. I was like, no, this can't be it. Because for me, I had developed like just like such a attachment to everybody, especially Tamaki and Haruhi, where I was like, I wasn't ready to leave them, if that makes sense. So for me, it was like this like very somber like thing where I was like, man, this is so great. I love this kind of ending, peak, but at the same time, I would have loved to see like Ouran High School or on College Host Club or something like that.
Jesus Christ. Where's more? I need more now.
Yeah, I cannot like, dude, I was bawling like a baby, dude. I was like, just ugly crying. Oh, man, I was not ready to let that one go. Love Ouran, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like going forward, right? You know, Kreams recommendation.
Wait, what you mean? What
like
mean?
I finally recommended you a manga. You know, I finally got through.
Yeah. You did a pretty good job. I'll give you your props. Your props are due. You know, you did a good job. You know, you got a good manga. It seems that a broken clock is right twice a day or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. Cream said, "I don't want to graduate from gender bending." That's an insane way to summarize that. That's funny. Absolutely insane. Fruits basket, both of you. Yikes. Hold on. Okay, so now I'm reading Shami's off because I know that Shami Core is just like basically what Ouran is. So let me see. I'm interested in what Kimi ni Toroke. I've read part of that. I think there is this line from the guy character where he's like, "Come with me or I'm gonna do something," and I immediately just closed the manga. I was like, bro, what is going on? I may be mixing that up with something. But Ronin's Red Orange. I have Red Orange. Orange goes hard in the paint, man.
I haven't read Fruits Basket, but I've watched the first 3 out of 4 seasons of the anime.
Jesus.
Yeah, the anime is like, maybe the manga would probably be better, but the anime really tested my patience. Not in like
slow.
It's so slow. Like it almost feels like it's duller than it needs to be, considering like stuff that happens in the manga. Like there's a supernatural aspect because like the premise is like they all turn into like fucking animals.
What?
It's like a whole thing. Right?
What?
Yeah.
I'm like what? You mean okay? Sure.
Look, this is just speaking for the anime. I might go back and read the manga, but yeah, the anime just did not hit for me.
Okay, interesting.
Now, the only reason I watched 3C, I can't tell you the reason I watched 3C. I can tell you. I'll just mute up and tell you.
Okay, I was about to. I was as soon as you said you couldn't tell me, I knew exactly why. It's like okay,
yeah.
Favorite series? Interesting.
Yeah, favorite.
I think Liv and Landa also rep that series. So
and Yuno of the Dawn. That's also a big one that I have to. That's on my reading list.
Yeah. Cream's really down diabolical for Ouran. Ugly crying is crazy. I agree.
Yep. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So I guess do we talk about the Blue Lock chapter?
No, I mean 212. You want to talk about how Isagi's the best player to ever live, and he's actually would body Messi in a 1v1? Yeah, let's do it.
You know, I'm so curious.
I might get doxxed actually if I say that. So Messi fans, don't kill me, please. Thank you.
I like that you said Messi fans as if you didn't describe a percentage of the human population. That's so funny.
like 12, like 120 million people are currently mad at me right now.
And those are like the diehards. That's a 1%, dude. Oh my god.
It's crazy how soccer is such a fucking massive sport, man. Like it's so insane.
Like especially with Messi and Ronaldo, they're like 500 million Instagram followers and shit. I'm like, dog. Soccer's okay. Like fuck, dude.
Oh no. I don't condone that opinion. I think soccer is the best thing ever. This is Ronin, by the way. Creams is the one who said soccer is okay.
For a guy who played basketball for 15 years, you said, sorry, I just did that math. I'll ask you about that later. For a guy who's played basketball that long, I'm curious. Like, are you switching up? Is this
Bro, listen, I'll say this. I'm supposed to come on stream because listen, basketball fans don't got shooters like football fans do. I don't know. I don't you slander at football right now, bro. And listen, you're about to get cooked. You're gonna hear a knock at the door. Open up. It's like, hold on, bro. Not me. Not me. I got a life to live. So I will not I will not be angering the almighty football fans. No, thank you.
No, it's more like I'm curious if if you genuinely think basketball is basketball. If
Of course, I think basketball is better than soccer. Like I've literally grown up on
yeah, okay.
basketball.
So
Like
I'm like, dude, because I'm like, I'm not hearing you. Yeah, why haven't you joined a basketball team? Why not keep it up? Did you retire? I'm not even.
yeah, bro. I retired
I,
after a career-ending injury to my right leg. I decided that I couldn't do it anymore. Why are you laughing? That's actually what happened.
fucking Chigiri ass backstory. That's a direct quote from you from 10 minutes ago.
You're laughing at my pain, bro. And if you don't apologize for laughing at like my actually very real career-ending injury, I'm going to have to leave.
Just give me a second.
Bro said, "Give me a second for the apology." I'm so sick.
I'm so sorry, VR.
Have some backbone, guys. You have some backbone when a soccer fan fucking. Never mind.
Okay. Is that really what happened?
No, I just
Okay.
stopped playing.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, dude. Whew. That took a lot out of me to calm back down. Oh my god, man. So,
Yeah, no.
why'd you hang up the jersey?
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
Oh my god. Whew. I don't know if you could tell, but like steam was coming out of my ears trying to like go through that. I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
bro was like, do they wear jerseys or shirts?
I'm like, because if it was soccer, I would have said cleats, or football, I would have said cleats, or like rugby, I would have said cleats.
Basketball all the time. I play basketball all the time still. I just don't play like as competitively as I did before. And like it was just literally because it was first of all I did actually get hurt, but that's not the reason I stopped. It was just like I recovered pretty quickly. It was literally just okay, I'm not interested in playing this competitively anymore. I want to do something different. And then I started YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. TS7, thank you for the 220. Please read Watakoi.
Bro, that's hard. No, that's hard. That's hard. I love that. Love is hard for an otaku. Yeah, that shit goes dummy. Spit.
Watakoi? The slice.
Listen, bro, I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah. All I know is that you should say replace that word with peak. Peak is crazy with good manga.
You say cleats for everything except everything outside except track. What about swimming?
Yeah. What about swimming?
You don't.
What are you trying to say?
Swimming cleats.
Yeah, you do.
Don't do this. Don't. You're not enough. You're not good enough as a gaslighter to pull that one off. That one's too much for you. Yeah.
Okay, man.
Relax.
Bro thinks you swim barefoot. I'm sick.
Okay. Blue Lock. There is one thing about Isagi that I want to, I don't know, kind of think out loud about.
Okay.
Seems like he's already the best soccer player in the world.
Insane take.
Just okay. Just being hyperbolic, but the sentiment is basically short of winning the World Cup. Like that's it, right? Like that's the only thing left at this point for Isagi, because like surpassing Nagi, getting Metavision, becoming the god of soccer, whatever he is right now. It feels like that's the only thing left, or I don't know, beating the World 5 or whatever it is that may be. Because it makes me wonder, right? How many chapters has Blue Lock got left, dude? Like, because at first I was
did you cut out or did I just not hear you? It makes you wonder what.
How many more chapters of Blue Lock? How many chapters is left? Oh my god, dude! What the? I just said the sentence like 3 seconds ago. Like, how many more chapters does Blue Lock have in it, or like left to go?
I mean, this is me being optimistic. 100 at least.
You think so?
Like, and it just depends on the rate of growth they want to take for Isagi. Isagi right now is getting waxed by like plenty of people. He's nowhere like he would not score. First of all, he wouldn't get to the World Cup at his skill, right? Unless he's getting carried. And he wouldn't score in the World Cup either. Like he's nowhere near being the greatest player. I mean, all of the pros we've seen body him. Kaiser is still up in the air better than him. You obviously still have the people in Blue Lock who are at least comparable that he hasn't like outright beaten.
Mm.
You have people like Loki. You have the rest of the World
Yeah,
Five that absolutely shat on him
you
back
know,
then. Like,
hold on. You know, it's funny you mentioned Loki because he's kind of the reason why I went down this path of like thinking Blue Lock probably has like 50 or 60 chapters left. Where I'm like, for the longest time, I thought there'd need to be a time skip or something because maybe there was an age cutoff or something for the World Cup. But Loki's 17, so I'm like, oh, that went right out the window. Yeah, EC could like just play right now if you wanted to, right? Um, so like age clearly isn't a factor here.
mhm.
So is it like what 1 2 more awakenings until he's the best player in the world?
No. I mean, no. No, not even I don't even think any close. Like there's just okay, so chat, you're gonna have to help me out here. Help me do some math. How many because you gotta go through playoffs to get to the World Cup, right? How many games do you have to win to actually get to the finals? Because like that alone should give you an indication of how many chapters they have left. If you think the World Cup game is gonna be anything less than 50 chapters, you're insane. Because the U20 arc was at like 45 chapters.
But you
You know what
so
I mean?
you think it could go up to like 400 or something like
Yeah, I
Haikyuu
think
long?
yeah, this manga can very easily get to 400 chapters. Like, does that mean it will? Not necessarily, but it is so easy for a sports manga to delve into those 400, 500 chapter range that it's not even funny. Literally, like, just put in perspective, right? If we have only because it naturally follows that the U20 game is going to be smaller scale than the World Cup game. Like at least the finals. We can all agree on that, right?
Right.
If that's the case, and the World Cup game is at least of a similar size and build up in terms of like arc structure, 50 chapters is not when the manga is going to end. 50 chapters is that one game.
You th-
It's that like
so you think it's
that
okay? Do you think it can Blue Lock can out like will have more chapters than Haikyuu by the end?
it can. It can like it's not necessarily it doesn't have to. I think I could see it ending by like maybe 300, but anything below 300 is like I'm struggling to see how that happens.
Something I'd like to see from Blue Lock, as like an epilogue of sorts, is after Isagi becomes takes the World Cup or whatever. Um,
Mhm.
I want to see him be like, all right, I spent my entire life getting to this point. I did the thing. All right, shit, I got 20 more years till retirement. Like kind of
Yeah.
like a what now? Because I'm curious. Does he just kind of ride out the legacy? Is he just like, man, I'm so rich right now, might as well go play for like Germany or something to get an even bigger bag?
I
'Cause,
mean, I think you got to understand that a bunch of people are going to be his competition for life. Like I don't think Isagi is going to be so far ahead of everybody
I mean, I
that
mean, I
like
mean, like the main thing is the World Cup victory, right? Like that's kind of what
for who?
ego.
Nagi? Like for ego, no. The thing that all of not all of them. The thing that Isagi wants is to be the world's greatest striker, right? Now that means he has to win the World Cup.
Yeah,
But being the best comes like the World Cup, in my opinion, is like an afterthought of being the best. It's not like for Nagi and Rayo, that's their primary goal specifically. But the World Cup is more of like proof that you're the best rather than that being itself the goal. And if you have Nagi, if you have Reo, Kunigami, Chigiri, all the other characters who are still vying to be the world's greatest, Isagi's career is never going to be boring. And if he takes it easy, he will be beat out by the people that are his competition now. That's how I feel
that's
about
so
it.
interesting. Because for me, I kind of see it as like, all right, I love Nagi, Nagi stand, till the end, right?
Mhm.
However, I'm like, okay, so Isagi's just like winning the game right now. Let's be for real. Like Isagi is kind of just the best striker. Like he's the protagonist. He's going to be the best striker. All that entails, right?
Mhm.
So there's a part of me that wonders kind of like what is the I'm trying to figure out how to explain this. What is there for him to do besides like surpassing Noah? Like you know what I mean? Like getting the World Cup.
That journey's just it's not even so much that there has to be more to it than that for this manga. It's just going to take longer than you think.
Because okay,
100%.
maybe I'm like
You're
over.
severely overestimating how fast he can evolve and how far away he is from his goal.
I mean, didn't Noel even say so even the world's best is just another factor in your calculations or something? Like to me, that's like a pretty intense like signal, and the fact that he managed to score on Chris is like also pretty big.
Okay, do you think that Kaiser is better than Noah?
No, but he's good enough. He's good enough to like talk shit back.
You can talk shit regardless of your ability, bro.
I mean,
Igaguri talks shit.
Ikiguri,
Like,
don't fucking bring his name
bro,
into.
listen, but talking about talking shit as like a metric of skill is completely irrelevant. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Raichi talks shit to
right. I
Isagi.
mean,
Who
yeah.
cares?
So does Kunigami, and he's a loser. You're right.
Kunigami is literally ranked higher than Isagi is right now. Like in terms of like their overall ratings or whatever, like they're like a 2K overalls, Kunigami's is higher, right? And Kunigami is the reason Isagi pulled off that lefty shot. You know, don't get disrespectful now.
How did
Don't get disrespectful now.
how did it end up that I'm defending Isagi more than you? He's your favorite character.
I'm not. Nothing I'm saying is like against Isagi.
I know
Like
it's just weird that I'm like going to bat for him like this because I'm saying it like again as a Nagi person, right? You know I'm out here rooting for Nagi till the end, right? I'm in full fucking denial, right?
mm,
But even still, man, I just gotta say like Isagi's like new upgrade, it feels feels like the end
no,
is nigh.
no, not even close. It's not even remotely close.
Okay,
It's. I'll put.
explain your
I'll,
logic.
I'll put it like this, right? Do you think Yuta's the strongest in the series, or like he has one more power up until he's shitting on Gojo and Sukuna? If not, that Isagi is generously very, very no. I can't even say that. That's crazy.
Okay,
Isagi is to Blue Lock probably what someone like Ishigori or Kashimo is. He maybe even that's highballing. He's really good, yeah, and he's
what are
like
the
in the
obstacles?
in this.
Like what makes you like think that it's not?
He's not fast enough. He's not strong enough. There are
Yeah,
people that like.
but you even said it yourself when we were talking about it. I'm gonna look 83,000 seconds into the future, you know, with
That's
Metavision.
cool. That's cool, right? But here's the thing. When other people have metavision, but then have superior stats and other weapons, what is he gonna do?
Bro,
Right? He's
I
going to
brought this up
evolve.
to you. That was your answer. You were like, oh yeah, he's just gonna like max out his Metavision to make up for the difference.
Sure, right? And I agree. Like I agree that Isagi's going to be the best by the end. But the amount of time it's going to take, I think you are severely underestimating. Like we agree at the end goal is Isagi's going to be the best, right? I think a lot of people agree that Isagi's going to be the best. Like he's the main character,
Yeah.
blah 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 blah, right? That's not the issue. You thinking that this is going to happen within any relative amount of quick time to me is crazy. Because like, okay, I'll put it like this: Loki will dust Isagi. Like this Isagi right now, Isagi is getting shat on, right? Just plain like outright.
Really?
And Loki is not the best striker in the world. What is Isagi going to do when he tries? I'll see into the nope. He just ran faster and faster and faster. Like we haven't seen. We don't know. Like bro isn't even dominating his blue lock rivals, bro. Like, how are we gonna say he's right next? Like, he's right on the precipice of being the best when Baro was ahead of him in the rankings, Vajra was ahead of in the rankings, and Nagi was. That's not to say all of them are better players
you
than
even
him,
said he
but it's
surpassed
not.
Nagi.
So hold on, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not all of them are better players than him, but the fact that it's not almost objective that he shits on them means he's not where he needs to be. Because no one in their right mind would ever rank Baro over Noel Noah. You want to know why? Because the gap is that big. Like, okay, I'll put it like this
Is
too.
Baro better than Kaiser?
I don't fucking know. Probably not.
Really?
Probably not. No.
Okay, let me ask you this, right? If Isagi is like, do you think Isagi's better than Kaiser right now?
Probably not. No. Like, they're probably maybe relative.
All right.
They're maybe relative with Kaiser having an advantage.
If we're using like the numbers that they use in Blue Lock, we can say Isagi's 50 million is like not reflective of his actual abilities, right?
Sure.
Right? And Kaiser's is 300 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that like Isagi is at like 100 million, 200 million? Like what do you think Isagi's true value is?
His maybe true value is 100 million. Best. He doesn't.
Best.
Okay, I'll put it. Yeah, best at best. I'll put it like this. All right, Noel Noah, who like very highly values logic and clearly is somebody who values Isagi's skills a lot. Right? Like we can agree that his evaluations are probably the most objective of Isagi's relative to Kaiser's that we've seen so far. Is that fair?
Right.
Okay. Isagi's overall, right, as a player is an 88. Kaiser's is a 98. They're not even like Noel Noah, the person who called Kaiser a shitty clown in the last game, the one who aligned with Isagi, has Isagi being 10 overall points inferior to Kaiser.
But wasn't that before Isagi's like most recent awakening?
That's before the lefty shot, sure, right?
Yeah.
Do you think the lefty shot is 10 points of a difference? Kunigami has a lefty shot. And like Kunigami can kick with both feet, right? Kunigami is probably has a higher level of ambidexterity than Isagi does, but that doesn't mean he's better than Kaiser. Like, yes, it is an amp, right? Maybe you could say he's a 90, 91 overall. Maybe you think he's like, his overall would be bumped up to closer where Kunigami's is, right? But guess what? That still is very far away from where, like, Kaiser is as a player.
Interesting. Because I saw them as, like, about relative, especially with Isagi, like, catching up to Kaiser's Metavision and I think surpassing it. So I thought, that makes up for the difference. Isagi's good to go, like sign him up already, like shit at this point. Like the fight, the match with against Baro's team right now, it's more of a formality, especially with like this most recent chapter. It's like, dude, not this most recent chapter from today, like 212, right? It feels like a formality in that, like, dog, he's just waiting for the price to match his skill, like he's just waiting. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put it like this, right? Isagi says himself, even if this look, I'm just like quoting what he says in 208, right? Even if the training is successful and I successfully level up, this means after he gets the amount of like skills and physicals that he was training for this game, right? Mm-hmm. The chances of winning against Kaiser is only about 50%. No, 40%. Like, granted, this is before the lefty shot, right? He gets this after, but before, like, literally take everything that Isagi did up to the lefty shot, Isagi considers that level of skill having a 40% chance of beating Kaiser. Kaiser not understanding that he cannot be number one on a team that Noah's on. It's impossible. Kaiser himself calls himself a fucking secondary character on Noah's team. So if Isagi is marginally below Kaiser and Kaiser is marginally below Noah, Isagi is even better comparison. Do you remember when Chris and Kaiser 1v1'd?
Yeah.
Like, do you remember that? Kaiser was getting locked up. Kaiser was getting clamped. And guess what? Noah shits on Chris, right?
For
like,
what it's
badly.
Worth, Isagi scored on Chris.
He didn't score at all.
Scored on Chris just means like getting past Chris, like for the, you know what, like he got
past him by having Noah be there. He didn't get past Chris on his own ability. Like he did in terms of manipulating
crazy.
Noah. Sure,
and he manipulated
crazy.
Noah.
Yeah, sure, right? But that's cool. Noah's on his team. Noah's literally aligning himself to be where Isagi needs him to be. Right? Like literally he needs Noah to be there because he cannot take Chris in a direct confrontation. It can't happen. Like that's what he's like, it doesn't matter. I have the world's number one, right? Wait, so it's like, cool.
Did he block Chris's shot? The Cortez?
He did, yeah.
That's still crazy.
That's impressive, sure. That does not mean they're equal. That doesn't even mean they're relative.
What, you think it's a fluke?
No, it's not about being a fluke. It's about, like, one person was being guarded by the best player in the world and then released their fucking random shot. And Isagi blocked it with the explicit help of the best goalie we've seen in Blue Lock, Gagamaru, right? And he blocked it. Cool. Like, that's dope. Like, I'm not taking anything away from that. He is, like, Isagi is approaching that, like, world-class level player, right? He probably is that already. That being said, if you tell me, if you're like, all right, you got Chris, you got Noah, who is the better player right now? Chris is the better player. And every team ever in this series will take Chris over Isagi. And they would be stupid not to.
You said Noah, not Isagi.
Wait, Chris over, did I say Chris over Noah?
Yeah, you said Noah.
Chris over Isagi then, sorry. Chris over Isagi is what I meant. Like, shit, I mean, Kaiser is just, I don't know, man. It's like, Isagi isn't even new gen. Like, that's kind of another thing. Like, the meta vision, you know, that, like, Isagi was talking about? Like, oh yeah, sure. Like, bro, he's good. He's really good. Obviously, he's really fucking good. He just kind of, like, one-shot a team, right? But, bro, you got Sai, you got Kaiser, you got Noah, you got Chris, you got everybody in fucking Blue Lock. All of them are within the same stratosphere as Isagi, and I feel like thinking that Kaiser is pretty equal to Chris, he was not. Not at all. Chris kind of shat on him. Like, Kaiser was trying to get past him, and it didn't happen at all. Chris did exactly what he needed to do as a defender. It wasn't like, yeah, it was not really a close encounter. Yeah.
All right. I mean, it's not like I want to rush to Blue Lock's ending or anything, you know. It's more just like Isagi feels relatively invincible for his weight class. Ooh, bump my mic. Yeah, he just feels relatively invincible relative to his weight class. So I think the impression that I was getting is like, oh, so like that's like we're close to the end here, right?
And I understand, but it's a similar vibe of like Yuta dominating Sendai Colony. It's like, yeah, you were doing good in your weight class, but your weight class is not the world, you know. Like your weight class, you're a lightweight, and that's cool, bro. Being top of lightweights, that's impressive. That's top tier. But that's all it is. That like, and that's just how it is.
All right. I mean, hey, like, I'm open to see more of Isagi overcoming, because like my thing with Isagi is like he's never really been a prodigious character, right? He's like, or not in the conventional, you know, Nagi or like Loki sense. He's just been kind of like a really solid player who just really likes soccer. So
Nagi?
No, Isagi, right?
Oh.
So for him, right, his power ups are a lot more blood, sweat, and tears than they are like, you know, the natural impulse of a fucking prodigy coming out to, you know. And I think for Isagi to be at this level, to, you know, leave the quote unquote, you know, prodigies behind with what was that line he said to Nagi? He's like, your creativity bores me or something. Yeah, right. Like that to me like speaks volumes to kind of where Isagi's at, and also like scoring on Ness, where Ness just feels like fodder next to Isagi, you know. And I'm just like, okay, so curtains, right?
Yeah. Hold on real quick. Tessero, I know you're a Kaiser fan. I get it, bro. You're actually delusional if you think they were even. Chris literally body slams into Kaiser. Kaiser starts like fucking trying to get away from him, and he's like, guess you're a small fry after all. And then Noah comes to try to save the day. Like, you literally, if you look in the panels, you see Kaiser straining against like Chris's one arm as he's being held back. I'm sorry, you're actually just on some crazy shit if you think Kaiser was about to get that. Like, that's just insane.
Yeah.
It's not about them. They're not even either. Like, Kaiser's getting shat on. Like, bro, what are we doing? His arm is just straining, holding Kaiser's entire body back. It's not even. It's kind of crazy. But yeah.
Yeah. So overall,
Isagi.
Yeah.
Isagi. Not there yet, but he's him though.
All right. That is something I can agree with, despite how much it pains me to say that as a Nagi fan. But yeah.
Yeah, Nagi's washed though. He's about to get kicked out of Blue Lock for real.
Oh my god, stop. Anyway, so I'm gonna be right back. I need to go use the bathroom. Nature is calling, guys. And when we get back, we'll do My Hero Black Clover and Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yep.
Hour and 20 minutes in. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Really getting to the good stuff now, guys. Yeah, gloves on now, Ronin. Huh? What is that in reference to? Am I beating up
So love your
Kreams?
stream, guys.
Oh, am I gonna get toxic? Chat, listen. I might get toxic today. I may be a rare hater on a series that you guys know I love. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. Um, yeah. Are you a coward, little bro? Calling him a little boy is nasty work. When did BR become a Nagi hater? I'm not a Nagi hater. Nagi is just washed though. Like I don't know what you guys want me to tell you. Like I love Nagi as a character. He's really cool. Obviously, he's really good. Ego, listen, and Chad, I'm gonna be honest. I'm always going to take Ego's word and opinions over yours. I don't care about you. All right. Ego said he's washed, and until Ego says different, he's washed. It's just happening. Also, Tessero. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I was like, bro, I'm not getting a VC with you to explain why Kaiser got shot on, bro. We're not having an Nagi blew his load. Kinda. Like like and listen, you can argue it however you want. I don't care. Argue with Ego, bro. Argue with Ego. Like what you want me to do? Bro said he's washed. Like what? What? I ain't arguing with that guy. That guy's smart, bro. Um yeah. Damn, y'all think I'm about to hate on MHA? What the hell? I'm not hating on My Hero. That shit was listen, y'all are kind of smoking. That shit was gas. That was a good chapter. Y'all don't know ball for real if y'all thought that chapter was bad. I'm gonna be honest. Black Clover even dropped. I mean, relative to Black Clover, that was a good chapter. I think everything dropped a at least decent chapter this week. Yeah, but I may hate. I may still hate regardless. I may still hate regardless. But Ego said depending on how Nagi moves forward will determine if he becomes washed or not. For sure. So unless I haven't seen any implication that he's moved forward in like any unique way or good way. So he's washed. You know, Ego said he's washed with the potential to be unwashed. Cool. You know, once once Nagi shows his stuff and shows that he's not a bum, then yeah, I'll hop back on the fucking on the goddamn Nagi train. That's cool. I'm cool with that. Um, yeah. Let's see. Is a series about the ball getting kicked over yet? Yeah. Now we're about to get into the series where never giving up is their magic. So going from peak series to peak series for real. Yeah. Yep. You know the goat. You know the goat. You know the goat. Yes sir. Yes sir. Chat. You already know why I like Black Clover's chapter. You already know. You already know. Black Clover had the goat. It had him show up and do his thing. Call it unfair, call it an ass pull, call him a Gary Stew. It don't matter. He's him. Oh yeah, while Creams is not here, I'm gonna talk about Sakamoto Days real quick. Sakamoto Days just recently has been really hitting the spot for me because god damn, bro, Suzuki knows how to draw a goddamn action scene, bro. Like I can't even imagine fight scenes that are like this hype. And it's like he has to actually imagine it, then draw it. Like that's what's crazy to me. Is like if I can't even think up scenarios that are this cool or this unique or this creative, how is he thinking of them? And then he has the technical ability to draw them, bro. He just be going crazy. He just be going crazy. I mean, bro had bro had a car get thrown at Sakamoto. Sakamoto jumped through the car door as it was flipping. And then, oh my god, bro, she lit the cigarette on the spark. The Sakamoto Days is too cool, bro. I literally can't put into words how cool that shit is. Like if you ain't reading it already, I don't know what you're doing. Like it's I mean, and fights are always the thing that he's brought up. Like its story and its characters are also really interesting, and it's like in the place right now where it's building up its antagonistic group, giving us some flashback, fleshing out some characters. So it's in a good place overall. Like obviously, I think other things hit for it for the action to hit, but I mean, the obvious like selling point for a lot of people is just the hands. And oh, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if you want to like almost say fuck the characters, fuck the story, whatever, and you just want to read for action, Sacramento Days is probably the best story to do that with right now. It's providing action all the time, and I mean it's doing it really well. So it's going crazy. Sakamoto Days creativity makes me feel like I have bum ideas. I'm saying, bro. I'm saying. Um, and yeah, I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and on and on for hours about all the crazy shit Suzuki has like these characters doing. And one day maybe I will, because that actually sounds pretty fun. But choreography, creativity, all
I'm
that
back.
shit be on 10. All that shit be on 10 for real. Um, yeah. What's up? What's up?
So,
We were talking about Peak that you refused to read.
Sakamoto Days.
Yeah. Chat. This guy is the reason we don't talk about Sakamoto Days weekly. I just want
Look,
you to get mad at him for that.
Guys, I just want some Sakamoto Days to myself sometimes, you know?
Bro brought Bullock into the fold, talking about one series to myself. I'm sick.
I mean,
Bro knows. Bro has no.
I mean,
no
look,
fucking...
bro, I'm not saying I deserve a parade for bringing Blue Lock onto this podcast more, but
then bring Sakamoto Days. Do what needs to be done.
Do what needs to be okay.
Awesome, bro. Stop being selfish, and give the people what they want. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Speaking of giving the people what they want, let's talk about My Hero Academia and Black Clover.
Bro, listen, I'm gonna be honest. Yuno was in the chapter. This chapter is already better than most other Black Clover chapters we've gotten in the past couple
such
weeks.
A crazy chapter. I don't get it, man. Tabata cannot resist giving Yuno like power ups.
I don't want him to.
It's an addiction.
Keep doing it.
The guy, dude, Yuno is just hilariously broken. Like
Neverland. Let's go.
Insane, dude. Like I think there was a Klaus who said it. He was like, "Yeah, bro. I'm sorry. You could be Wizard King. Fuck. Like, yeah."
Yeah,
Yuno's overqualified, if anything. Fucking hell, man.
Yeah, bro. Goat. That's all I'm saying, bro. All I'm saying is I'm like everybody with sense. I'm a Yuno fan, right? And all I'll say is the bot is going crazy. Bro, like, is this foreshadowed? I don't know. I don't care.
Insane, dude.
It don't matter, bro.
Star, wind, spirit magic, never land, and he gives people power-ups. Like, what the fuck, dude? What, like, Tabata, what is good with you?
Oh, it don't matter, bro. Like, Tabata is never more in his bag than when he's having, like, Yami smoke a cigarette before he unleashes some new slash, or when he has Yuno pulling out some new bullshit, bro. Listen, trust me, chat, I'm typically a person who cares about, like, build-up and proper foreshadowing and all that shit, right? And maybe if I did with Black Clover, Yuno would bother me more, but I don't. So guess what? Goat. Like, what do you want me to do, bro? He's pulling up on Lucius, and Lucius said, "You are my rival," and then he said no.
Dude, what a crazy fucking panel, by the way. You are my rival. The guy looks manic when he says that. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? Imagine All For One saying this to Deku, like, unironically. Like, this would be wild stuff. No, this would be like him saying it to, like,
Bakugo, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. In comparison, Shigaraki grabbed Bakugo by his hair with his feet and then killed him. So, yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I disrespected Yuno in that one.
Neverland, bro. It's a crazy
Neverland, dude.
Neverland. You spitting, bro. And it's literally time. Bro, time does not pass. Okay. Yeah. Crazy, whatever. Oh, everybody in my mana zone gets stronger. That's my friends, but my enemies get weaker.
Wow.
That's
insane.
Stupid.
Insane.
But guess what? It don't matter. You want to know why? Because it's Yuno. I don't care about logic. I don't care about facts. I don't care about reason. Give me more powers.
The most crazy
I'm mad he isn't stronger.
Dog, I fucking called it. In my Asta video, in every time we've ever talked about Black Clover, the second you see Asta training for more than a single chapter, Yuno has just ascended to a whole new level. With how long the Asta Land of the Sun arc was, I'm surprised. Yeah, you're right. I'm surprised Yuno wasn't stronger. I'm surprised he didn't come out of this like one-shotting Lucius, dude.
I'm almost mad he didn't, bro. It's about kind of disrespecting my goat for
dude,
real.
This is the mildest power-up I've ever seen Yuno get during an Asta training session, dude. Oh my god. Like, I'm surprised he didn't become God in the time like Asta was like doing push-ups in the Land of the Sun.
Yeah, bro. I mean, Jesus. Moving in time magic is nuts. And the thing is, like, the thing that's crazy is like when with this specific thing, it doesn't matter. Like, logic don't matter. You can't ruin my fun here. All you Yuno haters, you have to hold that, right? For now, if Yuno loses, I'm gonna be pissed. But for now, today, I can be happy. I can relish in the fact that this motherfucker is strong,
Dude,
ridiculously
soul
strong.
soul and time magic loses to spirit, wind, and space magic. It's so wild, dude. I'm I, what is this matchup? You know that panel in Blue Lock, two gods from another world. That's literally what they are. Like unironically, like, dude, Asta, God bless him, hang it up, hang it up,
Bro,
just
my
please.
only criticism is that Yuno wasn't in base form when he started fighting Lucius. Why did he have to transform? Why did he have to go into the spirit of the Zephyr or whatever? Right? He should have stayed in base. That's all. That's the only time I have a problem. Right? That's the only thing I have a critique with. But guess what? When Tabata makes Yuno overpowered, he cooks. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying.
This was just such a crazy chapter, dude. Like, you're just telling me that off-screened all of Asta's training 1,000-fold and became Yuno's Wizard King. I don't care what anybody says, dude. Yuno is the Wizard King right now.
Listen, bro. What's Yuno gonna do when like Asta uses Zetten though?
Oh my god. I forgot that that's Asta's power up. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna fucking cry, dude.
No, bro. Listen, but Zetten, like, you don't understand, bro. Also, listen, Yuno may have like Star and Wind Spirit magic, but does he have the magic of never giving up?
Oh my god. Dude, you've gotten so much stronger, but watch this. I've learned this in a land of the sun. And it's like a karate chop, dude. If I'm I'm breaking my stoicness. I'm laughing, dude. That monozone, it's evaporating because I'm gonna be trying not to fucking like piss myself laughing when Asta whips out his Zetten karate chop. Oh my god, man. Oh my god. Oh, Lucius, you're in for it now. Oh, I'm gonna strike you from all the way over here.
Yeah, bro. Listen,
Oh
this
my
chapter,
god.
pretty good. Yuno out of 10. That's what I'm gonna say. This is a Yuno out of 10 chapter. Interpret that how you will.
It don't make sense, but you get it.
It don't make sense, but you get it, bro. You just be like, logic? Nah, I don't need none of that. Not today. No, thank you.
Not for my
I'll
goat.
pass. Not for my goat. I'll apply logic for these other two series, but not here, bro. Not here. Black Clover. Listen, bro. And here's the thing too. You gotta just take your wins where you can get them. Like, what do I
Insane.
look like overthinking this with Black Clover? When if I do, I'll never have another good chapter again. Like, bro, let me cook when I can. And this is one of the times, bro. This is one of the
Insane.
times.
Speaking of cooking, actually, this might be a really good or really bad segue considering what you think of the My Hero chapter, but My Hero Academia.
That was a good chapter. Though I thought this was pretty cool. I actually liked it.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, did you not? Did you dislike it?
no. I mean, I didn't dislike it, but I wasn't moved by it in the way that I think Horikoshi intended. Like, I didn't care about the reporter, like, her story, the watching the whole thing. I just did not give a shit.
I was moved, bro. Cinema really
Really?
peaked here.
You
I was
you were
moved.
moved by that?
I'm moved, bro. I'm moved. I was moved, and that last page did move me too. I was moved, bro. Listen, this is to me, Horikoshi is getting across that heroes ain't heroes alone message. And listen, I may be a sucker for it. I may be willing to. I may have to admit that, but that shit do kind of slap though. Gigantomachia is like kind of, I think, like having sort of a character in regards to All for One was interesting. I like that part. And like the reporters as characters themselves didn't move me individually, but it's more like what they represent as like pieces of the story.
Yeah, I mean,
That got me excited.
I like the Shinso obviously, but I also like the Gigantomachia part of it and the Kirishima part of it. Like, I like those aspects of the chapter, and I think last week's chapter, because I don't think we talked about that either. But like, yeah, man, like I enjoyed those, and it was a vibe. It was good. Would I say I was like beside myself with joy? In tears even? No.
Jesus Christ, man, I'm not gonna be beside myself in tears with like one individual chapter, but I think it was good. I liked it. I liked it. Hammer some of the message. It may be a little clunky in certain places. I don't really care. I liked it. I'm gonna stick by that. I think it's like a 7.5, maybe 8 out of 10 chapter. Like for completely different reasons that then I want to see Deku versus Shigaraki or some shit. But I like it. It kind of hits. I feel like it's gonna be one of those chapters that probably feels really good on a reread too, in conjunction with like the past shit we've been seeing and shit that we continue to see with Deku and Shigaraki. That art, those two panels we saw, insane. Horikoshi is so ridiculous, bro.
With a pen, yeah, with an art pen, an ink pen. That's just describing a pen. What is going on with me?
Yeah, bro. You're not too great with the pen if we're being honest, but yeah, bro.
I mean, I can't draw, you know.
Or right. No, that's mean. I'm sorry. I apologize, bro. I apologize. I don't. But you know,
just I'm gonna take that first apology.
Yeah, but I like the chapter. I actually genuinely liked it.
X-Men kind of sums it up. Makia doing more for the heroes than All for One is crazy. I get the sentiment. I agree. But damn, dude, Makia, dude, if I'm a hero on like in the battle so far and I see Makia fighting against All for One for us, I'm falling to my knees crying. I'm believing that there's a higher power and I'm worshiping it, dude. Oh my god. I'm like, no way. And let me tell you, if All for One uses another big blast to like get rid of everybody to like I think, what does he want to do? Reunite with Shigaraki, right? And he's like fucking 3 years old. I'm gonna be like, all right, guys, it's almost a wrap. Let's go.
Read Linda's chat real quick. That's just funny, bro. I'm going to read that real quick.
Kreams writing belong on Wattpad. Derogatory, I fear. You know, Linda, just for that. No.
Yeah, what were you gonna do? No, what are you gonna do? I'm interested in what you were gonna do. What were you gonna say, bro?
Anyway, so let's talk about, you know, the big kahuna.
Yeah, the big. It was the chapter. You want to get into it first?
Yeah. So
go right ahead, bro.
Jujutsu Kaisen chapter, you know, 218. I was trying to do it off the top of my head because I was like, 218. Yeah, I was like, yo, is this how BR feels, but like with more confidence? This, damn, man, had to adjust my glasses. Got that tint going on for me and everything.
Okay.
So I loved the chapter. I vibed with it. Thought it was great. Had a lot of fun. Getting an expansion on Yorozu's technique helped make it a lot more impressive than last week, where it was like fucking insect costume.
Bro, insect costume is nuts.
Like, I mean, that's kind of how it felt when she put it on last week, or the week before that, because last week was a break week. And seeing like the expansion on it, seeing how creation curse technique can be used. I'm not saying it made Mai look even sadder, but
it gives context to why she was the way that she was, though.
Yeah,
like construction using curse energy inefficiently kind of puts it. It makes her story even sadder because it's like, damn. Not only did you have a low curse energy because of Maki, but even if you didn't, you would have been kind of fucked because
this is crazy.
Construction just takes a lot, and it's like, damn, bro.
Yeah,
sucks.
like if Yorozu didn't find insects so interesting, I have this like nasty feeling that it would have been she just would have been like what, grade 1, like Ishigori level. I have her above Ishigori, if that wasn't clear from that.
Of course you do. What the? Why would you even? Yes, of course. I have her. The story has her above Ishigori.
I was so ready for you to disagree. Wow.
It would be kind of stupid. She hits Sukuna twice, bro. Like, and Sukuna like takes damage. What are we doing? Come on now. Listen. You don't have to like Yorozu. You do have to acknowledge that she's strong.
She's like, so strong. Like I didn't think. Just the facts. I'll be honest with you. I didn't think she'd be this strong. Right? I don't think anybody did. But man,
I did. Hold on.
No,
don't say anybody.
No, you didn't.
Run back the tape. I told you. You said she was gonna get one chat. This is gonna piss me off because I said Yorozu was gonna throw hands. Now, granted, I paired that with thinking that she was gonna be a good character, but I'm gonna table that part. I knew that she was gonna be strong, bro. Like, don't play me. Do not play me, bro. You were the one saying she's gonna get one shotted in chapter.
No,
I knew
I
different because I
said
read the
no,
story.
no, no. I said there's a situation where that happens, or she gives him like the best fight we've ever seen, like Sukuna get.
You
Yeah.
didn't say that. You said she was fodder.
No, I didn't.
You said you. I'm gonna if I pull I'm gonna pull up the clip. I'm gonna pull up the clip because now you're trying to gaslight me, and I'm gonna have to pull up the clip where you literally say she's garbage.
I
You keep talking. I'll keep talking while I pull up the clip. Don't you worry. But I'm literally going to show you where you say that she's trash. Don't worry. Continue.
there's nothing you're gonna pull up because
Continue.
there's no clip.
Okay. How about this? What do you want to bet? What do you want to bet that I can find the clip then?
$0.
Okay, that's then. What? Jesus Christ, man! You don't fucking. Man, you are annoying, bro. You know you're lying. That's what it is. You know you're a liar. Bro, bro is just ratting. I'm sick. Um, Landa, that's literally what I said. You don't seek out Sukuna without knowing you can fight him. That's
You could just be crazy, which in my defense, she is crazy.
you can't just be crazy, motherfucker, because she's crazy and strong. It's the same reason I knew Kashima was gonna be real as fuck. You wanna know why? Because his first dialogue was, "Where's Sukuna?" Like, what are we doing? I don't know, man. Anyways, Testro, you're not gonna support Kreams. He likes Yorozu.
Yorozu kind of growing on me. Like as a character is all I'm saying. All right, she was, I don't, she like, I don't know, she put in the work to get that strong. You know, she's vibing, fighting with Sukuna, and I'll be honest with you, man, it's a fun fight so far. And I think we're distracting from the main point. Just like before, like we get into like the nitty gritty. Yorozu, fine character, just good stuff all around from Gege, right? Granted,
Good
it's only
stuff
it's
is
been
nasty business.
2 chapters for what it's worth, okay? But I'm not disinterested. That being said, I want to get into the real meat of this fight, which isn't even really Yorozu in being an insect nerd. So, Sukuna amped Maharaga was just Sukuna with a crown, huh?
I mean, it's just not Maharaga. I think we were just wrong.
Right, but like then what else is the crown? Like what else could that be? You know?
No idea. I guess we'll see soon enough. If she, if her construction heart, whatever, is powerful enough to make Sukuna want to do some more interesting shit. Which I imagine. I imagine this is gonna be have a similar effect to like when Shoso was like Brothers Fire or whatever. You know, where it's like it's not gonna make her win, but it's most likely going to make Sukuna bring out more power than he wished he had. Um, yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
Hmm. I mean, all right. I thought you'd have like a stronger opinion about seeing Meguna's, or rather, the rest of the Megumi's Shikigami.
I do have a strong
Oh my
opinion. I
god,
think
dude.
it's ass. Not
The
the Shikigami themselves. I think the fact that Sukuna is the one debuting
Yeah,
them is
there we go.
actually
Yeah,
really bad.
yeah. So yeah,
It
that
fucking
also
sucks.
yeah that bothered me too. Appreciated that detail, I guess, from a story perspective. I'm like, yeah, Sukuna would obviously just like unlock the rest of them. They like obviously do it off screen, right? He's Sukuna, right? But at the same time, I felt like we like it wasn't like a proper reveal because it felt like
No fanfare, no
yeah,
hype, just
and
it's there.
yeah, and like for Megumi, like I remember when Max Elephant debuted, right? It was like what, dude.
They always have like aside from like Rabbit Escape, all of the Shikigami have had some sort of fanfare or like
Mm-hmm.
interesting thing to them. And even if they didn't, they were Megumi's. It's Megumi. Like I'll just be straight up. I think the idea of like even if this is all to the end of like oh Megumi's gonna have learned how to use it all through Sukuna, I think that's ass. Like I think like flat out, it's not even it's kind of like I think that is just like really bad, really stinky decision. Um because the whole point it's sort of like what have what has this entire thing been for? You know what I mean? Like if it's just Sukuna doing it, it just feels like everything up to this point was a waste. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, we've been waiting, theorizing on these last three Shikigami, and then Sukuna just pulls out two. It's like, wow, well that was garbage. I mean, Deer is RCT and Curse Technique negation, and then it's it's just the longer it charges, the more powerful it gets. I think it's implied to be a binding vow. So like, its power is just I'll put it like this, right? Yorozu damaged Sukuna's face by punching him, but she hit the bull and nothing happened. Like she was the one that was pushed back. Does that give context to it? It's just like raw charging power is the idea. Um Now, yeah, so I'll give credit to Tessero here, right? I'll give credit to Tessero here. He was talking about like the deer, and me and Liv were also talking about it, but Tessero really wanted his credit on this one. So he was basically like he thinks that Sukuna is going to be the one to unseal Gojo because we know that round deer, as Viz calls it, has the ability to like disable curse techniques because of the positive flow of curse energy or whatever. And eight for Gojo to fight him, like to like because he said that he wants to kill him, right? Like in the beginning of the series, blah blah blah. When I get fully free, you'll be the first one I kill or whatever. So the idea I'm assuming is Sukuna collects the rest of his fingers, and then he unseals Gojo to fight him because he made a promise. I think Sukuna will also be the type to hold a grudge after getting like kind of shat on. So very much so, very much so. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, did you mute yourself? Or
Oh
are you
my
still muted?
god. That is
When have
so
you been mute? How
how
long have you
long
been muted? You know?
Oh my god. It's because a fucking car went by and it was just like not shutting the fuck up.
Hmm.
Dude.
Solo me stream, huh? That's crazy. All right, chat. It's just me and me. I'll handle this.
No,
Creams, you can go in and take some time
I
off.
mean I unmuted, but it was just like really annoying, man. Yeah. How long have I been unmuted? Um Creams is gonna be
These
muted.
boys not reading. Hmm.
Uh he will be missed. Oh, dude, this is so annoying. Every fucking
That's,
time. Y'all have
that is
no idea.
unfortunately rough.
Whenever we stream, right? I am my hand is on the mute button like constantly because of all the ambulances, all the motorcyclists, everybody with a beef to pick with the world and a car. They just love driving by my place.
Yeah. Um. W no W is
God.
insane.
Um,
W motorcyclist to be honest with you. Um. But yeah, what were you even
five
saying when you were muted,
minutes.
bro? 5 minutes is nuts. To be fair, I think I was talking for most of it, so like I don't think a lot of what you were saying was missed. But
I was gonna
let's
say
let's just hope not.
uh seeing the rest of Megumi's techniques being unlocked by Sukuna off screen both makes sense, but really adds to the like psychological sad factor, because and also like let's include Gojo getting unsealed by Sukuna if that theory comes true. Because it just makes this entire arc that much more depressing because you really feel like it was all for nothing by the end of it. You know,
Yeah, in a
like
way, that I don't feel like is like well written or anything. Like so, for example, I feel like there are times where you can take everything away and it feels well written. Like having Yuji look up at Sukuna as him and Urame are flying away. Like that's an example of like, oh yeah, I can acknowledge that this feels bad because I like Yuji, but also acknowledge that I don't think there's anything wrong with the way this was written. However, I do feel like shelving Megami forever is completely like a very like obviously yeah your bias making me sure whatever who cares. I think that's a bad decision regardless. Like I think shelving the character who I think it's fair to say is like has been the deuteragonist up to this point
mhm.
and having what was left of their full abilities be unlocked by someone in their body is just unfulfilling would be the nicest way I can put that.
Yeah,
The absolute nicest way I can put that.
I mean, like I get why Gege would do it the way that he did, right? Like I see the merit in it, but at the same time, there's also the sense of like hollowness in that like when we saw Nue, for example, I think Nue aside from like Divine Dog is like his most Megumi's most used Shinigami. It was like
Yeah.
we were familiar with his base form with Megumi, right?
Hmm.
And so like it was that much more jarring when he was the size of a skyscraper, right?
Yeah.
But for the moose and the bull, right? We never saw what the original, baby forms were.
Hmm.
So it feels like hollow in a way where yeah, we get that Sukuna and blah blah blah, but at the same time it's like I think I said this on my in a tweet. I was like, the saddest thing is that if Megumi ever comes back, right? If he ever gets control of his body again, it's like, let's assume there's no takesies backsies with the technique. It's like, oh yeah, Sukuna, unlock them. Here you go, kid. Right?
Hmm.
They are just. It's a giant
It's
step down.
lame.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
lame. It's whack.
yeah, like
It's
seeing
boring. It
the
sucks.
Sukuna amped like deer and bull as your like off rip as the first thing, and then going like like poor Megami, man. Like his only fucking fault would just be like not having the amount of cursed energy Sukuna has, which by the way, we also got confirmed that Sukuna just has a lot of cursed energy, which like I knew caution like rationally, but it was still very interesting to see it like written or like canonized, because I'm like,
Mm.
yeah, I bet he does have a lot of cursed energy, because like the amounts of cursed energy is never really brought up, and is never really brought up unless it like directly relates to the situation. Like with
Hmm.
Ichigori, it was like largest output, and for Yuta, it was just largest reserve, right?
Hmm.
So I think that's what made their fight so interesting. But aside from that, you don't get to. Gojo has like the most cursed energy aside from Yuta or some shit. Like, no, it's just not really done like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't. It was, I guess, nice to see that Sukuna was no exception to that. They
Yeah.
didn't say how much in the grand scheme of things, but they did say like,
Just a lot.
yeah, enough to make up for the difference of an incomplete domain. Which, by the way, insane, unhinged Looney Tunes of Sukuna to essentially fight like Megumi with the incomplete domain and everything, but do it just infinitely better than Megumi. Like he could have completed Chimera Shadow Garden. He could have, but no, he chose to fight like Megumi. And there's something to be said about just how insane that is.
He chose to fight like Megami.
He did. It's really weird. At a much higher level, he Sukunified Megumi's fighting style. That's so wild, man. He even finished off Yorozu. Like, finished off. You know what I mean, right? With the Reggie Max Elephant from the ceiling thing. I was
Yeah,
just
I mean, Megumi's been doing that shit since Shibuya, though. Like,
yeah,
he dropped it on Awasaka,
but
too.
you know what I mean. Like that's a Megumi ism. Like that's Megumi fighting like because he's crafty, because he's like you know scrappy, tenacious, whatever you want to call it.
Hmm.
And for Sukuna, this is him doing it like optionally. He has the option to steamroll. He's choosing not to do it. And I think it's funny, sad, interesting, any number of these things all at once.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of uninteresting to me personally. Like, it's not so much that I have a problem with Sukuna like doing Megumi better than Megumi or whatever. I don't really have an issue with that in concept. I feel like I was pretty hyped when he pulled out the new way. I was like, God damn, bro, we lost. But it was like in a playful, whatever, whatever. God damn, the stakes are crazy way. But I feel like it's something different. Like even Max Elephant, I don't have a problem with Max Elephant being a lot larger or whatever. It's sort of just like at what point it just feels to it seems like it's spitting in the face of that like that the growth Megami was supposed to have or whatever. To the point where it's like, okay, we had not seen the Shikigami, and not only is it revealed kind of just plainly, but it's revealed plainly by someone who isn't Megami,
Megumi,
and I'm
yeah.
like,
And it's
Jesus.
revealed in a way that like these are not going to be what they look like. Like they only look this way because it's Sukuna's engine powering them, right? So it feels like, I guess it feels cheating. Like it feels like we got
It's
cheated.
so
Yeah.
it, exactly. To me, it's like it's part of it is also the time limit that I feel like JJK is on, where because Sukuna is like hijacking Megumi's screen time, quote unquote, it's like a lot of what could have gone to showing Megumi's growth to power, like literally leading up to being able to do shit like this, is just going to Sukuna already being this. And it's just a little bit less interesting to me. It'd be almost like imagine imagine this is how the Toji flashback goes, right? Toji
Right.
pulls up, he kills Gojo. Time skip, Gojo's the strongest.
Yeah.
We don't see. It's just like, yeah, cool. Like honestly, it's not even that. Like, let's say Megumi reverts back and he has all the power Sukuna did for some reason, right?
Right.
Like Sukuna's power, and I don't like that's lame. I don't want to see that. Like even if Megumi is the strongest in the verse because of that, blah 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 blah. It doesn't matter. I don't care. You skipping the journey, like skipping a majority of like the growth from zero to hero really drains all of the fun of that for me. And one, Megumi is just my favorite character in the series, so that's already bad enough. But two, I feel like even if Megumi isn't your favorite character, there's something to be said about him being a very main character consistently throughout the story. And it's kind of just like, I'm like, all right, bro, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, it really does just feel like okay, how do I put this? I enjoyed the chapter, right? But I didn't enjoy like all the implications that came from the events of the chapter. Like the more I think about it, right?
Yeah.
Because like it's not a decision I don't understand, right? Like that's the main thing. I can understand why Gege does it like this or why he did it like this, and I even understand like on a power scale level, yeah, it would make sense that Sukuna does what he does, right? Like I've said all this.
Mm-hmm.
However, on like a meathead like enjoyability, level, it just doesn't feel like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It almost feels like it makes sense. Therefore, like, shut the fuck up. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's like yeah, and it's like it makes sense, but it makes sense because this is the way Gege wrote it. That's something I talk about this all the time, but it's like, bro, these authors are not like forced to make the story this
They're
way.
really
They can,
not.
they're the authors, right? So like, yeah, sure, something can make sense within the context of the story, but you are free to not like it if you think forcing that thing to make sense is a bad decision. It's kind of how I feel about it, right? So I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really, what gets me, right? I think more so than the specific chapter's events is like Gege is kind of acting in accordance with the whole like ending the series thing in mind, and I just like want to tell him, hey man, you don't have to end the series this way. Like believe it or not, your JJK is big enough where you're in control of like the amount of time it takes to finish the story. Like this is kind of self-imposed.
And even if you weren't, JJK is big enough where people would be encouraging you to go longer, not shorter.
Bro, I know his editors were like pumping the like hey Gege, come on bro, is this something I said?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
So
yeah. Let's see. Hello. Let's. I don't mind Sukuna simply being a better Megumi, and I can definitely see Megumi just gaining what Sukuna has and becoming the strongest that way to save time. That's like, and that's kind of how I think the direction will go. To be honest, like to me, that's the best case scenario. But there's like, bro, I don't want a fucking shortcut to the character getting. Like, I don't know. Is that not cheap to anybody else? Like, okay, do you guys just want a time skip to Yuji having beaten Sukuna, beating Kenjaku, and like being at the end of his story? Like, does that sound fun? Like, it's just like, yeah, getting there, like being at the end of the road is part of why I'm reading the series. But I'm also reading it and not just waiting till the end because I like to see the progression of where you start to where you end.
Yeah, the process is the joy part, like that's where the fun comes in, right?
Yeah, if I had no interest, right, Megumi just has to be the strongest. It doesn't matter how he gets there, bro. I'd genuinely be happy at what Sukuna is doing because that's Megumi's body, right? But it's because I care about the character, like the actual person. I was saying this to Tessera and DMs, but it's like it's almost like saying Geto was still in the story just because Kenjaku is moving his body around. It's like they're it's not people, the same at all. They're literally different. They're different people,
different goals, different aspirations, different abilities. Like
Ronin is just too Shikigami though. One, it's not. He's better with every Shikigami he used. And two, that's a fifth of Megumi's fucking arsenal.
Yeah.
Like,
and also he's fighting like Megumi. The incomplete domain thing is him like deliberately fighting like Megumi. That was the whole point, right? And on top of that, he has like the Maharaga crown the entire time, which God knows why, right? Like I don't know about you. Like, were you also expecting? You were expecting Maharaga too at the end of the last. Yeah. So like, I was kind of like, I was disappointed on that front. Like, just plainly, like, I was just disappointed about that. I was like, okay, so you're not gonna show us the Sukuna amped Maharaga. Like, that's what's the point, Like,
yeah. And like whatever,
The
fine,
deer,
right? You want to save
really?
Maharaga. You want to save Maharaga for Kashimo. Cool, right? I understand. You could cook in that
You think
regard,
that's what
Gege.
that's about? Okay.
I no, I literally just came up with that as soon as I said it.
Okay.
I that is not like a well thought out. I'm just, hey man, maybe give Kashimo some importance there. But like for context, right? Would you be happy if Kenjaku stole Yuji's body and then realized Yuji's full potential? Like, I would think not, right? Because Yuji is to you probably what Megumi is to me is like a comparison, right? All the things would still apply. That's still Yuji's body, right? That's still Yuji's potential, but it's just being used by somebody else, and it literally voids all of what makes you like, bro. I don't care about Megumi because like I care about the Ten Shadows curse technique and the vessel that it's no, bro. I don't give a. I care about like Megumi the character, like the person, like the compilation of personality traits and quirks and blah 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 blah
Mm-hmm.
blah that make Megumi Megumi. That is why I'm interested. I have no interest in like just the like I don't know. It's like I don't just have interest in like fucking the body of Megami or whatever. Like that husk of flesh and bones is what I want to be the strongest. Like no, bro, that's not what that is.
Yeah. Uh, man, there's just a lot about this chapter that like I don't know. Like as a critic, I'm like, all right, it was satisfactory, but as a fan, I'm just like,
We've literally never seen Megumi in like a Shikigami before. No, but we have seen him like we've seen him have Shikigami that he didn't have before. Like he says this with Max Elephant.
yeah.
Um,
I got this one
this
recently. Yeah.
yeah, I just tamed this one recently, whatever. Um,
You know, I'm curious, right? Do you think this is Gege's third? No.
I think this is his third. What do you mean?
Uh, Yaga's number one. Yuki's number two.
Wait, oh, you think if Megami dying is his third failure?
Like you consider them. I was curious like how
Megami,
you'd autofill it more than
Megami,
anything.
Megami dying is like a I don't know how to phrase this. It is hmm. And this is assuming Megami like seriously dies, he never comes back in the story in any
So
meaningful
wait,
way,
you
right?
consider this a death off rip? Like
If he never comes back, if this is just how he remains in the story, this is a death, and this is really bad in my opinion. Like, and that
mm,
isn't just to me. It like I would consider JJK bad. Like it's not even just a bad decision. I would consider the story more bad than good at that point, personally.
interesting. Really?
It's because of how integral he is. Like even like when you do like when you separate my personal attachment to his character, it's like I don't know,
Okay,
man.
okay. Let's dial it back then. Let's say instead of like
Okay.
Megumi's death being the marker, it's like this fight with Yorozu, right? Because it was okay. Granted, Yaga and Yuki were big misses on a character level as well as like a like him doing it the way he did it level. Um,
hmm
but I don't know. Maybe this thing with Yorozu, like it, it could be the one to take the heat, so to speak. You know, like if Gege had to do this, right?
if Gege kills Yorozu, you mean?
No, not even just killing Yorozu, but like, let's say, God, I feel like this would be a bigger miss with Kashimo, like this conversation. Like, let's say instead
hmm
of Yorozu was Kashimo for this example, just so you can understand how I'm thinking about it.
hmm
Kashimo dies, you don't see his like big technique, and you don't see like Sukuna and Maharaga. Megumi gets his body back.
Wait, re-say that for me real quick. I
Okay,
was reading something in chat.
Kashimo, you never get to see Kashimo's technique when he versus Sukuna. You never get to see Sukuna amped Maharaga, and Megumi gets his body back. That would
That's all
bad.
really like those are bad. I don't know if I'd say the series is bad in totality because of that. I'd have to see it. But Kashima not using his technique is like just really gross. Like it's just a really bad decision in my
Hmm.
opinion. It's like lame. The Sukunified Maharaga, yikes! Not seeing that's lame. Okay, chat. Here's the best way I can put it, right? Because all of you are like fucking dick riding over here and be like, oh my god, like acting like you don't get it, right? I'll put it in terms you guys can understand, right? Imagine if Gojo versus Sukuna didn't happen, right?
Hmm.
Gege didn't promise us it would. He didn't knock on your fucking door and say this is what's going to happen. But I imagine you as somebody who probably has at least double digit IQ, right? Could probably tell that this is a battle that has been hyped up and foreshadowed, right? You could probably get that through your fucking thick skull, correct? Probably. Not having that, not realizing the potential that he set up, the thing that he set up very explicitly, would probably be it's just that, but for Megumi. Like, it's literally that simple. If you set something up to happen or to be extremely important and then sideline it, of course I'm going to be fucking upset about it. Like, I don't know. I'm not understanding. It's literally a larger example of the Yuki thing. Like, and it's like so many people are mad about that. The reason Yuki's thing annoyed so many people is because you're hyped up to be a special grade, you're hyped up to be playing behind the scenes, and then you're taken out of the story unceremoniously. Megumi is a significantly more important character to the narrative than that. So what he should get, also, in my opinion, like the expectations on him as a person within the story should be higher. I really am not understanding like what is so like hard to understand about that. And it's like, I don't know. Megumi ain't important. Megumi is literally the reason the story goes down the way it does.
Yeah.
Yuji
like,
dies in the first chapter if Megumi does not ask Gojo to help him.
Not even just that. Even for this arc, he's like crucial because like half of it is releasing Gojo, the other half is to save Sumuki. Like that was the drive. Like again, half the driving force of this arc. Like that was half their mission. I'm gonna be honest with you. They failed. Let's be real. You know, cards on the table. They failed on that one. Still got some hope for the second one. But it could just be delusion. So who knows?
Yeah. I don't know.
So I guess
his technique was hyped up, not him. I will literally show you a panel where Gojo. I'll show you two where Gojo implies or just outright says that he expects him to be better than him. What are we doing?
Also, by the way, I just want to say on that note, did you have like the feeling or the thought? So this is what Gojo was talking about. You know, that this is kind of like Megumi's full potential as a fighter. Oh man, it sucks that I'm seeing it through Sukuna. Because like that's like
he'd probably be more like fucking apprehensive because he thought that what Megumi could achieve would be enough to beat him on his own.
Right. Because I'm looking at the way Sukuna's fighting, right, and he's fighting like I think a strong Megumi or like a fully awakened 10 Shadows user. And I'm like, okay, I get the argument for it, right? Like I can see where Gojo was coming from if he had something like this in mind, right? But at the same time, right, I really wish this was Megumi.
That's what I'm saying. Like it literally is that. I feel like I don't know. Maybe chat's trolling, and maybe you know like that's probably what it is. But I feel like it's really like I'm seeing Megumi isn't important. Motherfucker, read, please. I'm begging you. Like God, along with Yuji, he is a catalyst for the story even happening.
He is closer to a protagonist than a side character.
Literally, what are we doing, man? Like even something reduced. Like I feel like Nobara not coming back into the story when she's foreshadowed to like, or when she's like not explicitly shown to be dead. I think that would be super ass too. And I'm not a fucking Nobara stan. Yeah. Like I'm just somebody who thinks shit that is like built up to should be fucking worked out. Like that's it.
Dude, like I'm really my biggest fear with JJK, I think since when did he announce it? Like chapter 210 when he said JJK was like nearing the end. I just worry that Gege is like rushing, and I'm just constantly worried about it.
Yeah, I agree, and that's more of like why this sticks out to me as such a problem because it's am I the only one who saw Meguna coming all along? You
saw Meguna coming? Are you a prophet?
Yeah, unless you're from the future, I don't believe that. But if you did, then yes, you were one of maybe two people.
Gege alt right here, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You and Gege knew that shit was happening. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, it's like I don't know, man. Nobara has never been built up to be important. Jesus, sorry. Anyways, I gotta stop reading chat, bro. I feel like I'm losing brain cells at a rapid rate.
So, yeah, you were gonna say something.
What genre? Oh, the rushing thing. Yeah, that's part of the reason this bothers me more. It's like it's already something I think I'd have an issue with, but it's when you frame it in these are like what do we have? Like we have less than 50 chapters, like closer to like 30 probably left if Gege ended in like by this year, like he said he would, right? And it's like, And are you gonna pull off a satisfying conclusion in 30, even 50
Yeah,
chapters?
because he's got a
I
lot
don't.
to answer
I
for, man.
I don't know. Yeah.
And I think a part of it that like stresses me out additionally is like, uh, he I don't want Gege to again take his fucking deadline too seriously, because it's a self-imposed, and
Mm.
B, more important for me, right? It this the way like where the story is at right now does not necessitate rushing. It necessitates like
Taking. I don't know. I think taking like
take a beat, like take
take
a
a.
minute, like
Mm.
I feel there was this one chapter, I think it was 215, 216, where it was like Kenjaku, and it was like during the Sukuna bath. And I was thinking, right, man, this is a nice little like lore thing right here. You get to see all the two main villains meeting up, chatting. You get to see some new lore about like what a bath is and all this crap. And I'm like, yeah, dude,
Mm.
this is a nice like breather from everything.
Mm.
And it feels like, I don't know, like I feel like I want more of that, and I got some of it with Yorozu specifically this time around, and the Fujiwara clan, and we'll get to the chapter I guess on like a more critical level in a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just like, okay, I still don't know what the fuck Kenjaku's deal is. Like I don't know what it takes to end the Cullen games. Why is like what the, you know what I mean? Like there's all these frustrating questions that
Yeah, I agree. Like,
yeah.
and this is like I don't know, this isn't a super Megami specific thing. I feel like, and this is something I feel like the community has been kind of agreeing on, even if they haven't tied it together. It's like
Mm,
we have somewhat been disappointed in execution of certain things, right? The
mm,
military, for example. What? Okay, they're just a side thing. Okay, sure. I felt like we spent a little bit too much time on them for them to just be thrown away, because it was like 5 or 6 chapters where they were a focus, or they were like a main like group of people that we were supposed to be somewhat worried about, right? Sure, whatever. But you threw them away. That's cool. Something's weird with Angel. Angel's been hyped up since like chapter 146, and I'm not saying she's confirmed dead, but the one time we see her in action, she gets ripped in half and fucking thrown off a building
yeah,
and goes splat. It's like,
Yuta, Hikari,
okay.
Kashimo, like they're all just out there, you know?
Yeah, and it's like, okay, even if you look at other characters, like, oh, Yuki was hyped up a lot. Oh, she's gone too. It's like, it's not that Megumi's the only person I have this problem with. And somebody brought up, like, hasn't Gege always had fat pacing, right? True. But I think you can exacerbate an issue via, like, outside circumstances. And I think the outside circumstances would be something like a deadline that he feels like he has to hit, right? That's kind of what like. It's like, okay, sure, he's always had a knack for writing quicker than like your average battle shonen. Cool, that's fine. Maybe it's a little fast for some people's liking, right? In certain moments, maybe wish lingered on things more. That's cool, but I feel like that trait has been exacerbated to a point where it is no longer just like a unique quirk or aspect about the series, but it's becoming something that leaves people uncharacterized or lacking. Like, remember, guys, for Higuruma, a person who only showed up for a little bit in the story, we got a full chapter just on him before he was a sorcerer. Just him as a guy.
Yeah,
And guess what?
it
Everybody
slapped.
fucking loves Higuruma, right? Like, when you like Gege is not an incompetent writer, I feel like, under the right circumstances. When he takes the time to cook, he fucking cooks. Like, I think Higuruma, now he's not my favorite Culling Games antagonist, but he is probably the like most well thought out in terms of like complexity and depth and like actual characterization. I think Kashimo and Ishigori are cooler, but in terms of like the relative depth of their character, I think they're more shallow than he is. And guess what? That makes sense. Higuruma got a chapter to himself. I'm not saying every new character needs that, but I do think there's something to be said about a lot of characters, or a lot of even ideas, being introduced into the story, used up like some fucking paper towels, and then thrown out into the garbage, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like Yuki. Come, like I said, Yuki, Yaga, he wasn't hyped up as much. I won't give Gege a pass, but I'll exclude him from the conversation here, right? Panda was weird. I'll let that slide. The third sister thing was hyped up since like chapter 40. Whatever, I'll let that slide though, right?
Mm.
The military thing, that's crazy. It's like Angel, that's crazy. I don't know. Is there not a pattern that you guys could notice where Gege seems to be discarding and introducing characters at a rate that just feels kind of hollow? I don't know. Like, that's how I feel about it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's something I worry about more and more as the chapters like come out because it feels like uh the thing he's replacing them with is just 3 4 chapter long fights and then killing
Hmm.
them off. And I don't know, like the way Higuruma's fight ended, I think was probably my favorite. Where he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna wait for
Hmm.
the Culling Games to end, turn myself in," and it was like tying back to him killing those 2 people before the Culling Games even started. And
Hmm.
like same with Kashimo, Kashimo's like out here kicking another day. So, you get that uh, technique tease,
Hmm.
right? And all that goes along with it.
Hmm.
But for this, it just feels like, okay, so Yorozu's gonna fight Sukuna, then she's gonna die, and then what? Like
Yeah, and
is Megumi
yeah,
getting more possessed? Like what exactly is you know what I mean?
yeah. And like, okay, so even I'll even use an example of a thing that I generally like, that a thing that I'm generally positive over, but I still think could be better. Like Maki's second power up, right? That to me is an example of Gege doing a good job, but having the potential for more. I feel like Maki's power up could have been like, maybe I'm crazy. Maki's like evolution, like her second one, could have been elongated a little bit more. I wouldn't have been mad. I just feel like sometimes Gege shies away from letting those things build up a little bit more. And he just kind of like, we just jump to the climax and we jump to the climax and we jump to the climax a lot. To the point where a lot of the times these things don't feel that great. And Liv brings up an interesting point, right? Like she says, can we allow it to feel hollow until the meaning hits? And it's like, sure, it's completely possible that by the end of the story, I'm gonna look back and be like, damn, bro, Gigi's
Sure,
a
yeah.
master chef.
I didn't see the
He's really
vision.
cooking. Yeah, but it's like, but I feel like we're always upfront, like, bro, if we're wrong and this
And
hits,
we've made
then we're
retractions before,
wrong.
yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, then we're wrong and it fucking hits. Like it's just the way it is. But I've said this to you, Liv, personally. I've said this on stream. I've said this to Kreams. I've said this to chat. But like, when your manga is weekly,
We
unless
judge it like
okay,
yeah, we judge
we
it
judge it
weekly.
weekly.
Yeah.
So the only way I could never judge something based on a weekly basis is if I was unwilling to give it praise too,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Like,
I mean, My Hero
because
Academia is the best example of this, dude. Look at the history of this
Mhm.
podcast. It was My Hero Academia slander for what the first 20 episodes, and then Horikoshi
Yeah,
cooked for
yeah,
another 5-10, and we gave him props.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's like okay, cool. It's like I don't know. It's sort of it's like if we're not allowed to have problems, be upset, or critique it weekly, why would we be allowed to talk positively about it? Because in the same way he could fix it, he could also butcher it the very next chapter too. You know what I mean? It's kind of like in order to even discuss the chapters weekly, we have to acknowledge the fact that we don't know what's going to happen next for sure. The fact that we could be very well wrong and we could just be like getting caught in bait. It's all of that stuff is important, sure, and we should acknowledge that. And I think we do a pretty good job of doing that when we're wrong, when we're this or that or the third. It's like, bro, sometimes he be pulling shit out of nowhere and it's good. And I'm like, God damn, I was not like a recent example with Creams is like we were on chapter 211. You were like, Gege might fumble, right? 212 he came out and you're like, damn, bro, I was
was
wrong.
wrong.
That's
Yeah,
my fault. Like that's literally we can acknowledge, damn, bro, that was I messed up on that. I was the one that's in the wrong. But guess what? If we feel like Gege fumbles in a chapter, we got to address it.
yeah. I
Or
mean,
else we're just gonna be like, it could be good. It could
yeah,
be good next
I
time.
mean, we were very honest. Like the Yuki arc is like a great example of that. It was a wild ride for the first couple chapters and our respective podcast episodes like right after, right? And then the ending
Mm.
hit, and you'll notice a tone shift.
Yeah, literally. It's exactly that. It's exactly that. Like, should we have not praised it then because he was gonna fuck it up in the end? No, I still stand on the praise we gave it because in those individual like pieces of the manga, it's really good. It's really interesting. It's engaging. But hey, the landing was not stuck. That's all it is.
That being said, what do you think of the chapter on a like critical level?
Do you want to go through like so we already addressed like we
I
addressed
gave
the
you
Shikigami
I
reveal.
think I gave you my thoughts on like Yorozu, the Shikigami reveal. I guess from like a lore, like Yorozu's backstory explored a little bit. The kind of um, the ending with Sukuna about love, what you think that means, like the story that's there.
So let's see. I think so. Yorozu's like insect thing. That's cool. That's fine. Like a reimagining of fucking bullshit with insects. Sick. I saw one of my mutuals say, "Get this, don't mess with insects" as character off my screen, and I couldn't help but find that hilarious. I'm not gonna lie to you. But in spite of that, I think it's fine. Like I think it's conceptually, excuse me, sorry, very cool to take inspiration from like real life for your supernatural techniques. I think it's kind of I think it's interesting. I don't know. I don't know if I have like the words in my mind to quite explain why I think it's interesting, but I do think it's cool conceptually. It's probably cool for the same reason I think like blood manipulation or like things that manipulate real concepts or real life are cool. So I thought that was cool. The Shikigami reveal. I mean, I think we've been pretty extensive about that. Yorozu's power is really impressive. I mean, she's like fucking piecing up maybe a little bit much, but she kind of hit Sukuna with the bop bop and then made him heal. So like Yorozu power scaling wise is like really really impressive. Um, the like let's see what else was it. Oh, one really interesting thing. We all saw Sukuna like jumping off air, right?
Yeah, that was kind of
Like
cool.
yeah, it was cool, and it was also something we've seen him do before. Interestingly enough, um, I don't know if you remember his fight with Jogo, but like
I caught the
he
goat.
of course, you thought that was a secret. You thought I was like trying to hide that shit. What the
I
hell?
hoped you
No,
would.
bro. No, 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 not at all, not at
We need to
all.
bring back
Um,
shame.
maybe I said Joe Goat. Maybe I should emphasize the goat part so you guys can hear it more. But like, no. But when he's fighting Joe Goat, like, we see that he hits him right, and then there's this, I don't know if you want to show it on screen or not, but we see like while he's in the air, he does this thing where he like fucking hits him, and he speeds up to grab his face and like slam him into the building or whatever. And I remember me and Liv having like a bunch of conversations about that on like a bunch of different days. Like, what the hell is happening here? How is Sukuna doing this? And in this chapter, it's either a technique or Sukuna is just
What's the
doing some
chapter number?
115. I just sent it to you in DMs by the way as
Oh,
well.
awesome. It's even better.
But yeah,
You know,
it's either.
sorry,
Hmm.
you know, Shonen Jump just like canceled my membership. I went on the Viz app, and apparently like they just like canceled all the memberships and said sign up on Shonen Jump.
Jesus,
Yeah,
damn!
like what the fuck, dude?
I'm taking away your manga privileges for good.
Yeah, sorry
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
No, you're good.
image,
But
yeah,
yeah, all I was gonna say is like
I'm
it,
showing
it
it.
seems like it's either a technique or I think I was gonna say it's some anime bullshit where Sukuna is just kicking the air hard enough to run or not to run to like
Like
fucking
bounce, yeah.
go up, yeah, to go up off the air. And I'm like, I are I guess I'm supposed to just take this at face value. I guess I'm supposed to just look at this and be like, yeah, no, that makes sense. Bro is just kicking off the air. I guess you're real as fuck for that. I don't know. Um, yeah, that shit was definitely interesting.
Nice,
Um,
nice.
yeah.
Um,
As for the love stuff,
mhm.
that was crazy.
That was
Crazy
great.
phrasing, I feel like.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy, absolutely
Does
insane.
he already know about
Absolutely.
love? I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, couple things. Either Sukuna has actually felt love before, and this is like totally unironic, right? You know,
Mm,
the guy's like he's found true love before. Insane for Sukuna, but like just for the sake of this, I'll entertain it, right?
mm.
Number two, he's talking about self love, and that's why he's chuckling to himself.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I think I personally like that the
Mm-hmm.
most, more than Sukuna being like, if you know me, I when I love Mahito as an antagonist, right? So if at any point I'd love for someone like Mahito to to remain that spirit in there, and I feel like Sukuna is the closest we have to that, like just sadistic, everybody can catch these hands and
Yeah,
die type of mentality. And maybe I'll like it. Like I'm not gonna dismiss the idea of Sukuna getting like some like sappy backstory, but I do feel like it would be kind of crazy to see this motherfucker like the next chapter it's a flashback and he's like laid up next to his wife or some shit and he's like, "Honey, I'm home." Like, bro, I don't want to like I'm gonna say this and I may be proven wrong soon, but I don't want to see that shit, bro.
Look,
So the self-love idea where he's just like, "Yeah, bro, I love myself more than anybody else in the world."
and I love myself way more than I love you.
Yeah. Not somebody. Liv was saying like as well, maybe Sukuna has like learned the concept of love vicariously through his vessels. Like Megumi and Yuji know what love is, and we know that like the incarnates have all of the knowledge that the vessels have. So like Sukuna's got like
He's
second
learned it,
hand.
yeah.
He's gotten like some second hand experience of like, oh, so this is the concept of love.
It's so
Interesting.
pathetic.
Interesting. He's like, yeah, this shit's ass, but like definitely an interesting emotion. I won't be needing this. And then there's a third thing that I find interesting, right? And I think we can then discuss it.
Mm.
It's the love is the greatest curse of all. And since Sukuna's on demon time, he had to learn about love for the sake of getting stronger. I don't know if you remember in Volume 0 where Gojo says that with Yuta, where like he just says love is the I think the greatest or most twisted curse of them all. I'll find it for you real quick. But somebody was mentioning that like Sukuna may be on that type of timing, so he's like, you know what? I need to love somebody, fucking kill them, and I need to get stronger because of it. On some like crazy shit like that. Cause I don't know, man. Listen, all I'm saying is if love that Yuta had for Rika could make a special grade like that, bro, listen, imagine if you're already like Sukuna and you just get amped by the greatest curse of them all.
Yourself.
It might be broken, bro.
Man, I would like kill to see like the answer to this love thing. Hopefully Gege writes it. I mean,
Jeez. Listen, bro. At this point,
Sorry, I
it,
couldn't
it may
resist,
just be, it may just be one text bubble Sukuna had loved before, and then we just move on, never to be revisited. But nah, like, I think we're going to, at least Yorozu's concept of love is going to be going over, or going to be gone over. So that'll be
fun.
That'll be interesting. You say fun, I say it'll certainly be a chapter.
It'll be manga.
Listen, bro, it'll be black and white pages for sure. So I can, I could say that it'll be okay. I gotta ask this to chat, and I gotta ask this to you, right?
All right.
And I know your thoughts, but I want you to elaborate to chat. I want you to have to explain yourself.
Okay.
Do you like Yorozu?
I do.
And why do you like Yorozu?
Trying to measure something here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I measured it. I decided what direction I'm gonna go. Yeah, I like Yorozu because I think she's a nice foil to Sukuna. Just straight up, like she's so out there as a personality that Sukuna almost has to be the straight man in the like duo. And it's very rare to see Sukuna even in like a comedic situation, but for him to like be like this and not only and honestly indulge Yorozu is fucking like I don't know, like it just brings me a very specific kind of joy where I'm like,
yeah,
dude, that is so fun. He does. Why is he doing this? Like I remember, right? Jogo pissing himself when he was about to fight Sukuna, right? And here Sukuna is just vibing with Yorozu, just refusing to like, I don't know, be Sukuna with her, if that makes sense. Like he is just, he has a job to do with like Megumi's body or whatever. He's doing it through Yorozu, but he's not like dismissing her in the same way he dismissed like Jogo. You know what I mean? Or the finger bearer. I don't know.
I think the thing with Jogo is like he realized if he did not immediately kill him, Jogo would evolve mid-fight and like overpower him. So I think with Yorozu, he realized that possibility really isn't on the table.
But yeah, like with Yorozu on that front, it's just like super entertaining. And on the other end of it, she's actually fucking strong. Like she's strong. She answers the question of like, what would Mai's technique look like if it wasn't wielded by Mai? And honestly, like I'm just vibing with it. You know, I'm liking what I'm seeing. and I'm just I'm sold, you know. Plus, she's very
But
refreshing as a character. Very
interesting.
very like very crazy bombastic. Um, but not in like I don't know. Like Kashimo's similar, but not really.
Don't do that. Don't do
Like
that.
Kashimo's crazy, right? Let's be like that's how losers think. Come on, crazy line, right?
Bro, listen, that's crazy, but that's a different kind of crazy.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at, right?
Hmm.
And I like Yorozu's brand of crazy. I think it pairs well with Sukuna's.
That's fine. Like I'm kind of more in the middle. I don't like Yorozu at all. Even though I was like hoping for her to do well. Yeah, granted, yeah, she ain't been here for very long. Maybe she'll stick
Yeah,
around, I
two
guess.
chapters, you know.
Huh. But it's sort of like I'm just kind of like her gag does not like work on me in either regard. It doesn't really frustrate me, but I'm also not super entertained by it. I'm like, you know what? You keep saying shit, I guess. It's kind of just like it's kind of how I feel about like Takaba, for example,
Love
where I'm
Takaba.
like, huh?
I love Takaba.
Yeah, and it makes sense, you know. Without getting too crazy, I'll just say it makes sense that you like Takaba, man. You're definitely the type of person that would, you know. I get it. Um, but like in the same way that like Takaba for the meme, Takaba's a great character, whatever, whatever. But like generally, if you were to ask my opinions on him, I'd be like, he's cool. He's like a very non-intrusive guy who just kind of like has potential to be strong. It's like I guess he just be joking and shit. It's supposed to be funny. Um, yeah, it's literally that. I don't find her funny. I don't find her extremely annoying. Um, it's just kind of like you are a character here. You do be doing shit. Um, that's about it. My main thing from her, I'm just hoping you get to like get more character shit out of Sukuna than anything.
True. Like through Yorozu you get more of Sukuna. I think that's also like pretty cool. Considering she is
Yeah.
like a Heian era sorcerer, which was confirmed.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads me into like the I guess the second part. Funny you started with the love thing first. I
Mm,
expected you to start with like the Fujiwara like Heian era like part of Yorozu's like past being revealed. Um,
yeah.
so what did you think about that?
I, I don't know, bro. I don't know what you really want me to say, to be honest. It's
She was
fine.
like acknowledged by
It's
Gojo and Yuta's ancestors. You know, like yeah,
Yeah, man, that's sick. The bigger thing to me was like where it says that her like output was on par with the toughest fighters of the Heian period. And you know who was in the Heian period?
Sukuna.
Sukuna.
Yeah.
Um, so it makes sense why she was like piecing him up a little bit, you know? Um I the most interesting thing about Yorozu is just her strength to me. Um and that's really it. I'm like, you know what? Bug form go kind of crazy in terms of strength. I think that's cool. I
Yeah.
think this is one of the few times we've seen Sukuna like actually sustain damage, to the point where he's using like a reverse curse technique and shit. So that's cool.
You know,
Um,
I realized something as you said that. Uh,
hmm,
by the time the series ends, let's say it's in a year or whatever,
mhm.
we're probably gonna get to update that JJK power scale tier list. Um, and even seeing Yorozu like being as capable as she is now compared to when we made it a couple weeks ago, I'm like,
Mhm.
man, this whole list got to be kind of redone low key because we might have put Ishigori a little high.
Where did we even put him, man?
I don't remember, dude. If you're asking me to
I don't
like,
remember, bro. I,
it's not.
I'm just saying. You said he was too high, bro. I assumed you remembered where he
I
was at.
I just kind of assume we put him too high. I don't know. Like, look, bro.
I think we put him in like fucking like high grade one or some shit. Like almost special grade. I
Yes,
think is
or is it close to special grade or something? I forgot what we named him.
some
Yeah,
the equivalent of that. Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
But yeah, I mean, actually, you're right. If King Naja, thank you for the 10. All Gojo was spitting. I see how a 10 shadows user was able to compete with a limitless 6 eyes user. This curse technique is busted. What the fuck? You get it. That's what I was saying. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is what
I
Gojo
mean,
had in mind for Megumi.
even without Maharaga, like the deer being able to neutralize
Reverse curse technique is crazy.
reverse reverse curse technique is one thing, but we said that it's able to neutralize the cursed energy flowing through techniques as well. So like if I can imagine it if it neutralizes the cursed energy, shit like red would not work if tranquil deer is out or round deer is out or whatever. Because it would just hit and then it just gets neutralized like the same way Yorozu's liquid metal just dissipated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of makes more sense how that shit could happen. So yeah, I'll say it's
Yeah, it's funny
interesting in
because
that
like
regard.
I always assumed Maharaga was the way to six size user competes with the limitless, and maybe that's
Yeah.
true for like your run of the mill, six size
Mhm.
users, right?
Mhm.
But I think for like Sukuna class six size users, all one of them,
Mhm.
it is a very you got options.
Mhm. For sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. Um. Yeah. See.
Thoughts on I
Do.
guess the rest of this fight? I don't know because like
Like, what do I think?
like because I
This
think
is
this
gonna
is
be a
a
recreation of Choso's power up. I feel like that's my
how
thoughts.
so.
That's it's going to be. Yeah, you're good. It's don't forget to unmute, by the way. Um, it's going to be like this, right? We get a power up at the end of the chapter. She's going to get significantly stronger. She's going like most of the chapter is probably going to be showcasing all of her new abilities where she constructs her heart or whatever the fuck, right? Sukuna may have to bring out like malevolent shrine or slashing techniques in general, right? Or maybe Maharaga. I don't know if you want to think that. Basically brings out more than what he previously thought necessary, and then she dies or loses or somebody interrupts. That's what I mean when I say like the formula is similar because it happened with Jozo. Power up. Most of the chapter is him showing off his new abilities. He forces Kenjaku to use some power he didn't want to, and then Choso loses / the fight gets interrupted. That's kind of how I envision this next chapter going. Just because the end of it feels like a similar formula to me.
Interesting. Okay, I can see the argument for that. I can see the argument for
Yeah.
that. Um,
Yeah.
I,
What do you think, though?
because I just think this love thing is gonna be a domain, or maybe like a
Interesting.
maxim technique, because that feels like what it's kind of building up to. The only reason I'm hesitating to commit to that is I don't see the correlation. Never mind. I was gonna say I don't see the correlation between insects and love, but then I remembered that's like she can have something twisted. Like, did you know that like a spider, like a carnivorous baby spider, eats its fucking sisters in like as eggs to win? Like weird animal facts like that. I could see Yoroza being crazy enough to roll it into like a domain or something like an ultimate technique.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
for
like,
sure, for
yeah,
sure, for
Suka, I'm
sure.
gonna eat you or something like that. It's fucking yeah.
Yeah.
Insects are crazy.
Shonen Jump fans change their opinion weekly, like the chapters. Yes.
Yes, that's yeah.
I don't think our opinion should be like stagnant and based on shit of the past. I don't know if that's a crazy take, but as the content changes, your opinion probably should change as well. I think, even if it's not a massive change.
Look, bro. If I wasn't
But yeah,
open to changing my opinion, I would never have gotten into anime and manga.
bro, if you weren't open to changing your opinion, you would be a Bleach hater and have never read Blue Lock. Like, bro, changing your opinions basically saved your life.
Yeah. Overall, what would you give the chapter out of 10?
Uh, I'll give it a 6.57. One of those.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Does that mean Black Clover ranked equal to JJK this week?
For me, chapter wise, yeah.
That's crazy. That's funny.
And for all the people that are like, so I remember seeing some comments and they kind of, I had to mute myself because I actually started fucking laughing because they were like, when Yuno gets a random power up, shit, he's so cool. When Sukuna does the same thing, piss. I was like, the real answer, right? Like the non-meme answer is just I care about JJK more than Black Clover, so I hold JJK to a higher standard because I feel like it's set one up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that's kind of what it is. It'd be like this, right? You're putting two people in a race, right? One is a fucking toddler, and then the other is Usain Bolt. Yeah, I'm just cool if the toddler finishes. Good job. I'm gonna give you a high five, man.
Yeah, like I'm
My
really
younger
proud of you.
sister finishes.
And
You finish. My younger sister finishes the 100-meter dash. that's a high five for real.
Yeah.
Usain Bolt, if you're not first, you're garbage. You're
Yeah.
trash.
It's
Go
like
again.
it's
It's
like
different expectations for different like levels of things. That's all
what
it is.
you tied BR's like 6-year-old sister. Like, dude,
Yeah.
you're a professional. What are you doing?
Yeah. What do we do? Like, what's going on here? You know, it's I just hold one series to a higher standard, and more invested in one, so I expect more. That's about it. Um, 19 pages can ruin an entire series easily. Ask AOT fans. Oh shit, my fault, my fault, my fault, my fault. I went there. But yeah, that's all it is.
That's really funny.
All
I'm
it,
not gonna lie.
Tessera said all it takes is one page for Gege to say Gojo died in
In
the
the
prison
prison realm.
realm.
Oh,
That would ruin it. Yeah, shit like
understand.
that. Like it's crazy that people be like your opinion's changing too drastically. Bro could ruin your opinion of the series. Yuji died. You're
Look,
done
when I
for good.
look, Tessera, you joke. I'm not even kidding, man. If Gege drops a fucking Gojo died in the prison realm and it's just hopeless, like, understand, right? I will stop caring about JJK. Like it's not just that I'll drop it or whatever. I might not do it just to finish up and for the podcast just like as a because I'm a fucking weirdo about completionism, right?
Mm.
But I will stop giving a shit about the story. Like simply put, like
Yeah.
that's unacceptable.
That's a
Gojo,
joke.
like, no, that's unacceptable.
Gojo died in prison realm, bro. That's okay. Would it be just as bad if he got one shot by Sukuna? Like he comes out of the box, right? And
Barely
he's like,
better.
I'm ready. He
it is
stances up, he takes off the blindfold, says domain expansion, and then he just cut in two.
it is barely better. It is like you're asking me the difference between a 1 and a 2 here.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
I mean, you're telling me if Gege dropped the fucking Gojo died in the prison realm thing, you wouldn't be like, oh, shit is ass.
No. Like, bro, listen. I am somebody who I ride for JJK a lot. Like, I think JJK is really good. Fucking duh, right? But just like with any other series, in fact, I think it's because I'm so into the series. I'm very intimately aware of what could completely fuck it up for me. And Gojo dying in the prison realm is 100. Probably to a lesser degree than you and Tessera, because I think you guys are bigger Gojo fans than me. But I would just be like, what? That even if I didn't care about that, which I do, that would be an indication that Gege has simply gone fucking bonkers, and I don't need to read it anymore.
Gege, just retire. Like, if it's bothering you this much, dude, like don't let us keep you waiting.
Yeah, honestly, bro, just write the idol manga at this point. Like, don't you know what? Just stop it.
Like,
yeah, I don't know.
like, bro, clearly this is more trouble than it's worth. Like, if it's like, it's almost like Gege, are you okay? Like, do you want to talk about it? Because fuck, dude. Like, what did this series do to you, dog?
Yeah, bro. He's like, you know what? I always hated Gojo. He died for good. He can never come. The narrator's like, and Gojo can never come back to life. And it's like, okay, all right, cool.
If I ever see like a behind the cat, the Gege story, and it's like a picture of Gege's childhood bully, and he's like white hair, blue eyes, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, stuff is starting to make sense.
Yeah, for sure. I know why you hate that guy.
Yeah. And you made him my problem. Like.
Sleeping Danger said it would stun lock me for months. Yeah, and yeah. The real Jujutsu Kaisen was the friends we made along the way. See, the ones we lost along the way. Actually, is what he said. It's like that with One Piece, right? You love One Piece. If the One Piece is friendship,
I'm selling the manga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's literally a series that you can. There are certain things any series can do to completely fuck it up. That's all it is. Now, we always hope that's not the scenario, and most of the time, because they're professionals, they don't do the literal worst case scenario. But sometimes you have a Tokyo Revengers. Knock wood, of course.
Yeah, I saw
but sometimes you have a Tokyo Revengers, bro. Like,
dude, I saw this one tweet that was like responding to the announcement of the next season of Tokyo Revengers coming out of the anime. He was like, I forgot the name of it ends. Yeah, he was like, oh damn, I can't believe that they adapted the last arc of Tokyo Revengers. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alexander does something if it's due. If Gojo had to die, how do you want him to die then? In a glorious like one-on-one blood like battle to the death with Sukuna, where like
let him die and he brings Megumi back, like on some shit like even if some cool shit, not some cool shit, but like if you want to have him die, right? Cool. I could see himself giving himself for his students, and that kind of that is the one thing that connected him and Getzo even to the end of their death or some shit like that. Like, to me, that'd be cool. You kind of, it's the best you can get with Gojo dying. I mean, a blaze of glory is also what I mean by that. It's like they're just fucking like, bro. I'm gonna be real. JJK doesn't have this scope yet, to be honest. At least generally, let them start blowing up cities and teleporting across the world, bro. Like, I need a purple that just fucking Japan.
Yeah,
Deleted. Let's.
dude, the funniest way JJK could end is like Sukuna and Gojo's fight has wiped out 99.999% of humanity.
It's like the rumbling, bro. It's just like everybody is dead. Also, chat, just so you guys don't jump me, I don't think the EOT ending is bad, but the fandom does. So that's all that joke means.
Dude, watch at the end. It's just gonna be like one domed city because Sukuna and Gojo just destroyed all the oxygen in the rest of the world. It's just like a wasteland.
Yeah. Just a double domain expansion, the world just blows up. It's gonna be on some like, no, it's not, but some fucking Garo versus Saitama. They're just planet hopping. They're like, Gojo just teleports to Jupiter. He's just like, all right, let's go, let's cook.
Yeah, I took us here so we could fight with all the space we wanted.
Yeah, bro. Sukuna just cleaves the planet in half. It's like, yeah, maybe then you can live up to the hype.
Like if Gege really wanted to have fun with ending the series, like in like a I stopped giving a shit way, like that would be fucking fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't care. We're gonna have these motherfuckers are just gonna get ridiculously powerful. You know what Kadraki said when he said like if it had a clown face, I'd laugh.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be. I don't think it'd be good, but I'd laugh.
It'd get a hearty chuckle out of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ha ha ha, kind of chuckle.
BR has AOT at a 3 out of 10. I don't. That was a bit. You can't prove that I do for real. Yeah, no, that's actually a bit. Like, don't kill me. I'm seriously scared of you guys. I saw what you did to Isayama. All
right.
Yeah.
So you have to power scale them, right? So soccer fans, AOT fans, anime fans, and I'll let you pick the third fan base for fun that you want to add to this list.
I was like, which one? Okay. Damn, bro. K-pop fans.
Oh man, that just fucks with the list. Okay, you know what? No, I think soccer fans can put in work.
Bro, all right, so you asked me which ones win?
Like,
so I'll say this, right?
I mean, which one's the scariest?
So your average K-pop fan, like, I fear them more, right?
Okay.
I'm scared of them, like, individually, right? I'm worried more about them than the average soccer fan. However, soccer fans have such an overwhelming numerical advantage that I feel like even though their average soldier is weaker,
they got the numbers to make
their combined forces like overwhelm a K-pop stan. You know what I mean? AOT like stans for real. I'm not as worried about as either. Like I'll fist fight an AOT fan. Not fan, because I don't want to disrespect the fans. I'll fist fight like an AOT stan because like you're a fascist. So like no, God. That's cool. I'll fist fight a Jaegerist. That's what I'll say. There we go. Dude. Just for the culture, bro. Just to get another one of you guys out of here.
Tessero, thank you for the 5. Ronin, please tell chat how we still have not seen Gojo's full power. Please also, this is for our bet.
Appreciate it.
Context?
Tessero, me and him had a bet on like would Yuji use his technique in the next 5 chapters after he after Yuji got like pummeled by Sukuna, right? He basically thought Yuji was gonna use the technique. I bet he didn't, and the bet was for $5.
Like Sukuna using Yuji using Sukuna's technique?
Any technique at all, any curse technique. It didn't really matter what it was. It was like just any if he had a technique. Within 5 chapters of him getting his ass beat, then I would owe him $5. If not, he would owe me $5.
So who won?
Well, he sent me $5. So I'll ask it like this: did we see Yuji with the curse technique?
Oh, he bet that Yuji would have it. Okay, I thought you bet that he would. I was like, no. Okay, I was confused.
That's for the stream. Appreciate the donation. You can also just send the 5 to my PayPal. I appreciate it. I appreciate that, homie. Appreciate it. K-pop fans will do it. I do feel like K-pop fans will put me in the dirt. They'll just find you, bro.
Damn, man, that's crazy.
But like, you get caught in the wrong crowd, bro. Like a football fan individually handleable. 100 of them that just spawn on you. Nah, bro.
I mean, there's also like I gotta give a shout out to Swifties. They're still doing their thing. I heard this one story of like you know how the price of eggs is like crazy.
Hmm.
So I think it was Trevor Noah or something was at like a Taylor Swift concert as a guest, and Taylor asked him, you know, what would you like to the Swifties to do? And like as a joke, he said, "Man, I'd like to see the Swifties bring down the price of eggs." And I think like within a day or two, the price of eggs was like brought down for a bit.
How do you even do
I
that?
have no idea. I don't even know
Like,
if that's true, but like I
how
heard
is
that and
that
I was like,
actionable?
yeah,
How is that actionable? Like, I'd like to see him bring down the price of eggs. Okay, what?
it's like easy. Like shit, get off the stage, dude. You're ruining Taylor's glow. Like shit, dude.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Um, bro, that Barb's. I've also seen Barb's go to work. Barb's kind of scary. Um,
Dude, Barb's
I seen them. I've seen them dock somebody in minutes.
dog.
Like I've seen an initial tweet hating on Nicki Minaj, and then I've seen a fucking. I've seen not just like an IP, but like an actual address and a picture 5-10 minutes after that happened. I was like, you know what, bro?
You know,
That's nuts.
I've had so many fucking arguments with actual Barbs, like in real life.
Oh,
Um,
you're alive? Oh no, in real life. Okay, okay, in
yeah.
real life, in real life.
Uh,
Yeah, for sure.
so it was in real life, right? And like, I won the argument somehow, and I can't, I literally cannot tell you the line I used to win the argument, because
Hmm.
it requires an insane amount of context for it to make sense. I'll tell you the line really quickly, just so you can understand it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oy. Yikes. Jesus, bro. Bro hit him with an ult and said, "Die." That's crazy.
So I just told Ronan the reason. Yeah, I don't think I could say it on stream. Do you?
Yeah, probably not. No, man. I don't think, bro. That wouldn't be safe. We would have to move immediately. What the fuck is a directioner?
One Direction.
Well, damn, bro. I mean, not say what I was gonna say. I was about to insult like half the people here. Um,
One Direction had
hacking it.
some bangers, but personally, their albums weren't very strong. They were a singles band.
Hmm. Yeah, and Landis said the same thing you said, by the way.
Oh, damn, nice.
Similarly. Um, bro, hacking into a security
For
camera
an airport?
over beef
Damn,
is
dude.
kind of crazy, bro.
I would never do, like risking Guantanamo to look at Harry Styles go through TSA is crazy.
Hmm. Yeah, 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 yeah.
CIA gonna visit and be like, "Hey, man, how'd you do our jobs better?"
Yeah, bro. That's kind of insane. Like, fans be ready to die about that shit, and that's you know what? I don't respect it actually. I should no, not at all. Um, and listen, bro, that's why my opinions on Attack on Titan are all positive. Like, bro, I love the way that series ended. Actually, the way the fandom just came together was beautiful.
Beautiful. It really. Did you see that photo with Isayama at the Comic Con? What was it?
Huh.
Yeah. He that picture was nice.
Please be nice to me. Crazy, insane thing to ask of your of your fans.
I almost
But
have to wonder, right? Because I think they were nice to him.
mhm.
But I have to wonder if they were nice to him because he asked, or if they would have been
Yeah,
nice to him regardless. And I don't know how to feel about that like mental exercise.
yeah.
Because I just in my heart, like in my gut, really, I know the answer, and I don't know.
In my
Very
gut,
mixed
I know.
feelings.
Yeah.
So let's see.
It's like fine since you asked so nicely.
Oh, so before we close out here, overall review of Honored One's book club. The first cycle is in the books now. In the books. That
Hmm,
was
hmm,
that
hmm.
was not intentional, but happy accident.
No, 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 bro. You should have claimed that as intentional, bro.
My genius is so vast. I have hard time keeping up pace with it myself. Okay. Anyway, so yeah,
Hmm.
what did you think of it? Honored One's book club. What did you guys think of it in chat? Have you guys been enjoying Honored One's book club?
it was fun. I think it's a fun, new, entertaining, and dynamic concept. I mean, the idea of a book club is something we've never seen before. So you can thank us for coming up with that ingenious idea.
But I'm asking you specifically, like for your thoughts. Yeah,
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was fun. Uh,
you down to keep it on the regular?
yeah, I'm down to keep it regular.
Cool, cool. So,
Um,
do you have your
mhm.
next series set up?
No, actually. But I can just pull from a list real quick. If you have yours you want to give me, I'll give one I think is of similar status or whatever,
Yeah, I
or
mean,
like similar,
I think we're doing
keep it
anime
thematic.
for this cycle. So, there's only one rule. Mine is going to be about 20 episodes. It's only one season so far. Um, so I would suggest that if you want to do an anime, you don't have to, but it'd be about 20 episodes worth of content.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, chat. I'm getting recommended. I know what I'm getting recommended already. I forgot. Creams is doing me dirty, chat. I'm sorry.
You're gonna have so
Um,
much fun with it.
you're doing me dirty, bro. There's classics you could put me on. It's crazy.
This is
Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul, in response to what he's about to give me, is nasty work, bro. I can't put him on peak every time. He needs to reciprocate, bro. I need some fucking
bro, sometimes
I
I
need a
just want
spiritually awakening
bro,
moment.
sometimes I'll just recommend you stuff that I want to talk about on the podcast, but I just want you to have the added context so it's more fun.
Bro, be less selfish. Listen, you gotta think about a series that is interesting for the viewers as well, right? You gotta bring them in.
I am.
We're
Y'all are
professionals.
gonna love it, dude.
No, mainstream, bro, mainstream. Bro, you sabotaging, bro. Listen, see, like I just got the lineup, bro.
So what are you recommending as part of this equivalent exchange?
What am I recommending?
Hmm.
Well, I would recommend you something I personally think is just okay. Because
I'm
I
recommending
can't
something to you that I think is just fun, enjoyable. 7, 8 out
Yeah,
of
for
10, man.
sure. Yeah, but like, how do I put this like politely? Um,
There is a
our libraries are different.
there is a manga I can recommend you, but I think you're gonna want to go with the anime first as like a you know easier sell.
Oh, jeez. The Lightning Thief.
God.
Oh shit! If I actually bro, listen, chat. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be so honest. What he's about to recommend me does not deserve the Lightning Thief in exchange. I may be petty, but like I need something that I feel like is going to be peak in my soul if I'm gonna recommend him some good shit. You know what I mean?
Sexual Harding, thank you for the two. Percy and Yuta versus Kenjaku and Jason Grace Body. You
Percy
that's
body
that's for you.
Percy 1v1s him and like fucking slashes him in half. Jason's washed. Jason's a scrub. Um Dex, thank you for the 5. I've been reading Boys Abyss, and all I'm gonna say is all these characters need therapy or jail time. Yes, that's it. there's no more required. That's it. Um, Now chat. See, how about this? How about we ask chat something, right?
Okay.
Well, I'll float an idea by them that I floated by you that you so arrogantly rejected,
I did
right?
not reject it. I just said we should do it like once you and I like run out of the immediate recommendations.
That you so arrogantly reject. No, I'm joking. But I'm curious as what you guys think, right? The idea would be we toss a few like series that we haven't read that have like I don't know some sort of like relevance to things we've already read or like exists that have some like connection to us or popularity or blah blah blah, and then we let you guys vote on them. So like just pulling some out of my head, right? Like let's say One Piece and Naruto. Not saying those are on the table, but just throwing those out because I'm a One Piece hater. Creams is a Naruto hater. We throw those out, blah 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 blah, blah. Like stuff like that. Like,
You
or it
already
could.
we because One Piece
I
and
know.
Naruto. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I know. I'm
Yeah.
just throwing those out as examples,
Right.
right?
Right.
Or they can be series that we both haven't read, and we like read them at the same pace and talk about them together. I don't know which ones you guys seem to prefer. Jesus, that you seem to prefer in that regard. Boys Abyss is disappointing. That's not take. Um, did somebody say Blood Lad? Wait, what is Blood Lad? Is that a vampire shit? Don't be recommending me. Anyways, you guys let me know what you guys think of that.
All right. You
Let me know
ready
what you think of that. Huh? Wait, ready? What?
to exchange the series? I thought you were just stalling to like go through a list or something.
Oh no, I was actually genuinely floating the idea
Oh,
because
okay.
I
I saw you were
would like
vamping.
Chet's.
Oh my god.
No, bro. No, I actually want Chet's. I want Chet's fucking opinion, Kreams. I
See,
care about our audience,
see, chat. I
man.
just thought he was
Sorry.
lying. Yeah, that's on me.
Yeah,
My bad.
four Kreams on Boruto. That might not be a bad idea. See, Dark Claw, I like the way you think, bro. I honestly, I like your mindset. Um, I like your mindset. They need to be something you both haven't read, then y'all can experience it fresh together.
Uh,
Kinda
like
spitting,
I
kinda
think that's a good
spitting.
like, not now, but yeah, like down the line, because like there's
I feel like it's a good now thing though.
I don't because there's one series, man. Sorry, there's an anime that I really want you to see, and then there's like the manga that I want you to read, um, just because I want your opinion on it so desperately, dude.
Oh, what is the manga? Type it to me. Type it to me, bro.
I can just
Or you can just mute and tell me. I forgot you fucking do that. You have. Oh, bro.
yes,
I've
dude.
tried that ass, bro. I don't know what to tell you. It's
Yes,
bad.
I know.
It's so fucking
It's so
boring.
boring.
Unmute, bro.
I did unmute. Yeah.
Unmute, bro. Chat. He's literally trying to recommend me something that is intentionally boring.
It
This is
is intent.
sabotage.
Have you tried it?
Yes, I've read 10 chapters. That shit was garbage, bro. I've almost, I won't say I've never been that bored in my life. I've read him and Reborn. I've almost never been that bored in my life reading a manga.
Dog, I told you it was like intentionally boring. And which
And I tried. And bro, wait, after you said that, right? I'm like, you know what? Maybe he's spitting. Maybe there's some fucking flavor to this
no,
boringness, right?
I
I
told you.
read it.
Like
It was just bad.
dude, I don't know what to tell you. I said it was boring. Like I I told you. Like I warned you.
Like, I mean, listen, no, I know, but you said you liked it. So I
I
was like,
liked it because I couldn't believe the audacity of it to do what it does. Did you the best part is the first 10 chapters, the first like 20, 30 are just not like the rest of the manga. It's not until you get to like the magic school bit that you see what like 99% of the rest of the manga is like. And dude, that shit will make you like question your sanity. It is like how can it be this technical? How can it be this fucking technical? You can read
bro.
you can read a recap of a sports manga or like a fight like JJK and still not come close to the level of technicality in just one average fight from this manga.
Bro, listen, that's cool. That's fine. That's perfect, right? If you like it, I can't say I love it, but I love it for you. But the thing is, you recommending me a series you and I both agree is actually boring is insane. Because if you want to get petty, we can get petty.
It's not even about
You know?
pettiness. I just want you to see the feat, right? Like I don't know how else to describe it. It is just like I want him to understand. Like I want him to believe me.
Bro, I do. I read 10 chapters and I do, bro. Like, listen, I don't know who you think I am. I believe you, bro. I not only did I already trust you, but then I verified my sources, checked, and said, wow, this is not
I
good.
was not lying, dude. Like I almost want to send you like a sample chapter just so you could see like just so I could spare you having to get there, but it's so fucking technical. Like I
Do you want to just tell them? Because people are really. Does it matter? Do you think? I told you to me
no.
because I didn't know if it was
Okay.
a big thing.
So
But
you know, just for fun because I think we're already like vibing with it. It's
Mhm,
World Trigger.
mhm.
Look,
Yeah.
if you've read this manga past like 20, 30 chapters, you know how technical it is. Just to give you guys and you BR just kind of a glimpse of like how deep the rabbit hole of like technicality goes. It is a
Mhm.
monthly series, right? It drops one chapter a month. The last 5, 6 chapters, 5, 6 months in real time, has been on one virtual battle, like like one virtual battle in a game that they play on computers, right?
And bro,
And
I'm like,
two of those chapters are just recaps about the fight, the battle
and
that
bro,
just happened.
that's what I'm saying. Like, are you're because the thing is like it's chat, right? Like, if you're a World Trigger fan, I apologize for the slander we be laying on the series right now, but I find it to be boring, right? The technicality goes from like being interesting and entertaining and like actually
To like
something
to
I
a
like to
fault.
see to being a fault, right? To being like it's like okay, I feel like I'm reading a guide manual. and it's like, oh yeah, you got technicality, but you don't have entertainment value, which I feel like is required in a manga. So I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever. But you know it's boring, and you know I know it's boring because I told you that, and you told me that, and I'm just like, I'm just confused because now if I recommend Rent a Girlfriend, now I'm in the wrong. Now if I recommend you read Tokyo Revengers, now I'm the bad guy.
Dude, it's so crazy, right? Because you know what that just made me think. Okay, you've read both series. I haven't read either, but I feel like this comparison would still work.
Hmm.
I feel like if you hadn't read Rent a Girlfriend or Tokyo Revengers, and I recommended you one or the other, it would be an equivalent exchange.
No, I'd much rather read Rent a Girlfriend or Tokyo Revengers. I'm gonna be straight up.
That's hilarious.
Like, I think giving you Rent a Girlfriend or Tokyo Revengers is actually significantly more beneficial in your favor because those series both have moments where I'm like, damn, this is like actually entertaining. Yeah, crazy guys. But there was a point where Tokyo Revengers was good, and there is one arc in Rent a Girlfriend that is good.
Aspera,
Um,
thank you for the 5 recommends. So I'm a spider. So what? That sounds like an isekai.
it probably is, bro. And like, listen, there's nothing wrong with isekai inherently, right? I like a few
I like
isekai.
isekai. Yeah.
But it's just, how can I put this like bluntly? There is a type of series, not even a type of series. I feel like, can I be honest with you, Creams?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want you to take this the wrong way. Like, I want you to know that this is no meme, this is no joke, this is a genuine belief I have, right?
Okay.
It is kind of why I wanted to outsource our opinions to like the chat, right?
Right.
And take this fully seriously, no arrogance. I believe I have more good series to offer you than you to me, solely because I've read over 10 times the amount you've read or watched or
100%.
whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I don't mind
and
that. Yeah.
yeah, and it makes me feel like, okay, I'm out here giving them banger, 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 bang, like peak, peak. And I know you didn't recommend this, but this is just for the bit. So I'm a spider, so what? 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 I'm giving this motherfucker Gurren Lagann. I'm basically giving this motherfucker passion incarnate. And I get fucking, so I doubled my power up twice, did a jump skip into another world and got hit by a vending machine. And now I'm here.
Doug,
What are we doing?
if you there is one thing that I wanted to do with you. I don't know. I don't know if I should just tell it on stream because I don't know if they'll run with it or not. Um,
Okay.
I'll just mute up real quick and you tell me if you think they'll
Okay.
behave.
Okay. Yeah. I'd be down to cave on TV, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't have any TV shows to exchange with you, but like, yeah, I think so. I think they're fine. Like, for example, like shit, like you
Yeah,
could give me like, the thing is like, in the same way I feel like I'd be giving you like basic
I am
shit in
muted.
terms
Yeah.
of anime and manga.
Hmm.
I feel like you could, like, bro, I haven't watched Breaking Bad.
Oh my god.
Like, that's how and that, so it'd be like this, right?
Hmm.
Imagine I try to recommend you shows and I'm like, you should watch fucking the CW's Batgirl or whatever, right? And you recommend me Better Call Saul. It's like
Yeah. Okay, I get what you mean.
it's like
But
that.
like
It's like
I
that.
think there is an equivalent there for anime and manga. And oh my god, no, that one felt personal. This one feels fucking personal. You hear how
That
fast
was
that came
that.
out,
Yeah. Yeah,
dude?
yeah, 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 yeah.
That's insane. That's fucking
The
crazy.
TV is fucking the TV is fucking the TV. That's crazy. I keep thinking about TV shows. That car said fuck off. That's insane.
Insane.
That's wild.
It just turned it on like right when it was outside. Like no,
Yeah.
that felt personal. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so if you're willing to, if you want to do like a medium exchange where it's kind of like a really good, series of manga or anime from you,
Hmm.
um, and
Shit, bro. Yeah, you might be. Hold on. This anger thing might be cooking. Shit, I pushed back and I might have gotten a good deal. Yeah, honestly, I think up to a certain point that could kind of fucking work because there are a lot of series that I think I could impart to you as a gift,
mm,
and you probably feel the same way. Like, bro's got, like, I haven't seen I don't know, bro. There's just a lot of shit
Yeah,
like that
I think
I haven't
something
seen
like
TV show
a
wise.
comic book that I really want you to read is the Superior Spider-Man run. I just think that's fucking great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'd be down to read that. That's fine. I fuck with Spider-Man. And if he's superior, then I'll fuck with that too.
Jace D, thank you for the 5. Petition to force Creams to read Juka no Ruken. Is that
No, you would absolutely hate that
what
manga.
is that?
Don't even. It's a revenge story.
Oh.
You wouldn't like it. It breaks your rule like basically off rip.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I can give you like a couple of things that I'd want to recommend to you. Here, do you want to choose upon from like a pool of like stories that I recommend right now, or do you want to like do this?
Sure.
Later?
So for shows and comics or whatever.
Yeah.
Or okay. And do you want me to do the same thing for anime and manga?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Chat, you're about to see this. You're about to see a crazy deal go on right now.
Yeah. Okay. How do you have any limit on length or anything like that?
Um,
Because we could like the book club is just
an
whenever we
ongoing
have
thing.
yeah, and you
Yeah.
can and I'm sure you can watch a couple episodes in a week.
Yeah, for sure. I should have time for that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not like if the shit's like I don't know, 10 seasons. Like let's
No.
start off a little slower.
Yeah.
You know?
I believe me, I have those shows in the repertoire, right? Like up the sleeve. Like there's no shortage of
Mhm.
them, but I'm trying to like
For sure. Hmm.
okay. One, Ted Lasso.
Okay.
2 seasons. Technically,
Okay.
the third season is airing right now. It's ongoing, but there's 2
Okay.
complete seasons, 13 episodes each.
Okay.
Um, the pitch for it is it's like great character drama. It's a nice kind of like football, soccer. Like if you want to keep that train going, vibe wise,
Hmm.
Ted Lasso's great. And since he's also a newcomer to soccer, like you feel like you're kind of like along for the ride with him. And also, all the
Okay.
characters are lovable, and it made me cry recently. You know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ted Lasso, love it.
Okay.
Number 2 is the Superior Spider-Man run. I think it's
Okay.
I forgot how many volumes it was. I think it was 10 volumes, but 10 volumes of comics is like way shorter. It's like 60, 70 pages per volume. It's not like a manga, like,
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's the Superior Spider-Man run. Next up, shit, that one's long. Hmm. Trying to get the length under control, and I'm like, no, Breaking Bad is just it's
I'm fine. I'm fine with adding Breaking Bad as long as it's understood that that will probably be a longer running.
yeah,
Like just
and I think
a
you'd have a
show.
great time with it, especially
Mhm.
because like when you go season by season, I think it's definitely you're gonna get a lot more out of it. Same with a lot of
Yeah.
these shows. Like the one that I really want to recommend you watch, right? My objective favorite series of all time is Sopranos, but
Yeah.
I
I love
understand
that one.
it's 7 seasons, but
Okay.
it's six seasons, but 6A and 6B, so 7 seasons.
Gotcha. Okay.
It is just the best show of all time. Like I don't even know how to like. That's just what it is. Like the amount of Emmys, like the amount of shit it's done for television as a medium. Like I'm not even fucking with you. Like the effect Sopranos has had on American television is history making. Like half of the like Breaking Bad would not exist without Sopranos. A bunch of like
Gotcha.
yeah like Sopranos is the quintessential like show. Like it is to television what like I don't know The Godfather
Dragon
is
Ball?
to
Is it from?
movies.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay.
Like it is
Mhm.
yeah it is a quintessential like piece of TV history.
Okay. Cool. 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 Cool.
Um,
Um.
I'd consider it akin to doing like human homework.
Human homework is crazy. Listen. This is necessary for your personal development. Um.
um, yeah. So Sopranos is number 3, and
Well, that's 4, right? Ted Lasso, Superior Spider-Man, Breaking Bad, and then Sopranos, right?
yeah, I wasn't sure about
Okay.
Breaking Bad adding it in, but yeah, if you're down, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Do you want to add 5 or we stick with 4?
Let's stick with 4 for now. If you want, you can
Okay.
include the original anime that I was gonna recommend to you, which was Eminence in Shadow. But yeah.
Okay. I'll put that on here. Let's see.
So if you want to draw
Yeah.
straws, or if you want to like go by vibes, whichever one.
Yeah, I'll recommend 5 to you real quick too. So, the first one is Gurren Lagann, Gurren Lagann, however you want to say it. This is basically um fucking hype and excitement incarnate.
Is it an
Like
anime or manga?
it's an anime.
Okay.
It's an anime.
Can you also include
Um,
like which medium would be superior to like consume it?
for
Yeah.
sure, for sure, for sure. So not the movie. You can watch the movie after if you like it that much, but
Mm.
the animes, it's only one season. I think it's like 25 episodes or something like that. Um, the pitch is just basically this may be the most inspirational thing to ever exist ever.
Okay.
It's like that is it's and listen, it's a mecha, right? But it's fucking insane. Like it does not feel very clunky, all shit like that. Like the characters are really the biggest selling point. You're going to get attached. There's probably going to be one or two scenes that are really emotional. You may not
Mm-hmm.
cry. They made me cry personally.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just really, really fucking good. Like
Okay.
honestly, some like I feel like running through a goddamn wall after watching Gurren Lagann. Like it is it's it's like the indomitable will of the human spirit as a series. That's what that is. So that's that one. Jumping into a how do I say slightly different type of series. And this is if you're feeling a little bit edgier, right? We got Holy Land, and this is kind of a little bit. It's closer to being a delinquent manga. It's like basically bullied kid goes out in the streets to find himself, and finding himself requires throwing fucking hands.
What's it called?
Holy Land.
Holy Land.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a little bit darker. So if you're not feeling a darker vibe at the moment, it's probably not something you're gonna like. But if you are, I think it's a pretty good manga. The action is pretty good. It has a little bit of a more serious tone, but I think it's a really good story. And it has really good moments in my opinion. I ended up really enjoying that one. Now,
Mm-hmm.
let me see another series I like quite a bit on here. So if you're looking for this will I guess be the equivalent of like the Breaking Bad in terms of longer,
Mm-hmm.
or Sopranos or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'd recommend Haikyuu. Haikyuu, if you're interested in following up the sports wave.
Mm-hmm.
Haikyuu is just as good, if not better, than Blue Lock for
Whoa.
very similar reasons.
Manga or anime?
Like either one, it literally your preference. If you want, watch the first 3 seasons of the anime and then switch over to like the respective manga chapters. That's what I did,
Mm-hmm.
but I've also reread the manga all the way through and I loved it just as much. So that one almost completely comes down to your preference. Like you don't even
So just to be clear, Gurren Lagann, you're recommending the manga, not the anime, right?
No, I'm recommending the anime.
The anime, okay.
Not manga. It's manga. No, not at all. Like anime at all costs, basically.
Okay, anime. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's dubbed. All right. Is it only one
Yeah.
season?
Yeah, it's one season. I think it's like 27 episodes, but it's only one season.
Yeah, 27 episodes.
Um,
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And then let's see, one more. I don't know how you feel about ongoing series.
I mean, I read Blue Lock, right?
True. Then I'll recommend this.
And Ted Lasso is also ongoing, so.
True. Okay, fair. I'll recommend Call of the Night. You haven't read that, right?
No.
These just vibes. Like this is like I don't I
Damn,
really
dude.
haven't mastered the way of explaining Call of the Night.
You made
It's
a
just
video on it.
vibes. I know, bro, and I still feel like I'm like I didn't master it. I didn't master the delivery properly because it's just just fucking swag. Like that's just what the manga feels like to me. I don't really know how to explain it any other way. It's really good. It starts off slice of life. The art is like fucking stellar. It's significantly different, but I'd categorize its aesthetic in a same category or caliber I would Blue Lock. In terms of just quality, and then it transitions a little bit later into getting a little bit more action, and surprisingly, it does that shit really well.
Haikyuu?
So no, Call of the Night.
Call of the Night. My God. Jeez.
Yeah.
You said Blue Lock, and I was like, what? Did I miss something?
Yeah, no. I'm just saying its art is as good as Blue Lock in my opinion.
Yeah. Is that all of them?
One I don't know if you want because you did 5. I'll just recommend this. Alice in Borderland's really good if you're looking for like psychological type of series.
I have the first volume of that.
Yeah, if you wanna read that, it's really good. It's kind of like Holy Land in the sense that it is darker in tone. You will expect like a little bit more gravity with the emotions and stuff like that. But it's a really good series. It has some psychological and like really like brainy elements about it. So, uh, yeah, that's kind of
Um,
how I would do it.
I'm kind of tied between Call of the Night and Gurren Lagann.
Hmm.
Um, would you have a preference of one over the other?
Um, let's see. I'd say that's a coin flip to be honest. Both of them are good for like really different reasons. I'd say you'd probably be more geared to. I think Call of the Night would hit you right now. I think Call of the Night could get you.
Okay, okay. Is Call of the
Yeah.
Night a Shonen Jump one or
No, that one's
Kodansha?
manga, by the way. The anime's good, but I recommend the manga more. I just enjoyed it in the manga a little bit more. I
Okay,
think that's Kodansha as well.
okay, okay. Um,
Mm,
I want to also check out Alice in Borderland just because I have the first volume. So
mm,
um,
for sure, for sure. And similarly, I'm thinking either Breaking Bad or Superior Spider-Man. Um,
interesting.
Breaking Bad is like I've been like fucking. I started the first episode. I really liked it. I just didn't continue just because I don't. I love the first episode, so I just want to clarify. There's no lack of motivation to it. I kind of just didn't.
I mean,
Um,
in my opinion, the first two seasons of Breaking Bad are definitely the weakest. Um,
Jesus Christ.
I'm, buddy, I made a Breaking Bad video. Like, I know the show inside and out. Like,
Yeah, bro. I'm just saying. I'm just saying the first episode already got me. Like I was already
yeah,
hooked
no,
from there.
it was good. It's just season three is when the main villain gets introduced, and that's like my favorite season, slash the
Yeah.
best season, and then season four is just like carrying on from that. Season five's
Okay.
good. Yeah, finishes the story nice, and it's not nice, but yeah. Uh,
So five seasons or 6 seasons?
I think it's 5 seasons, but the fifth season is longer.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, I'm either thinking like Superior Spider-Man, just comics are cool, or Breaking Bad. Any preferences on that for yourself?
Um, I mean, so let's see. Hold on. Let me give you the exact range for Superior Spider-Man, because I don't
Okay.
remember off the top of my head.
Hmm.
Um, what the fuck, dude? Because also Superior Spider-Man has like a bunch of other shit rolling into it, but that just side stuff, really. Um, so sorry, give me a second here, chat and BR. As with all comic books, trying to
There's a
find
search to go on. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
finding a beginning and end is very difficult. Because like
Yeah.
the annoying thing about Marvel is that
Mm,
the only way to get some version of order for them is to go by like specific runs. So they'll have
mm,
like the Superior Spider-Man in print, and
yeah.
I think they even have an omnibus. But as far as
Mm,
chapters and shit, you're fuck. That's asking them for a lot, you know.
mm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, bro. Co- Make him read Super Sons.
Super Sons is so good, but I can't do that because the way it ends is just like brutal. Um,
Mm,
Amazing run, super fun, super engaging. Love to see it. Really heartwarming, sweet stuff.
mm-hmm. And does it end poorly, or
Western
does it just?
comics have this
Hmm,
nasty habit of being like, all right, that's enough now, canceled, and also these characters, because we don't actually stop showing characters because money.
mhm.
By the way, Superman's son, he's now he now left Earth as a kid, and he's just aged 15 years.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, in like the span of like a page basically, and basically like threw everything out of whack, ruined this kid's like development, his dynamic, his friendship with Damian, Batman's son. Oh my god, dude, fucking comic books, dude.
Yeah, bro. Peak for real. Peak for real.
God,
Um,
it's
I'm
just
gonna let you do that. I'm
fucking
gonna let you look.
annoying.
I need to use the bathroom real
Yeah.
quick.
But yeah, chat, dude. If you guys have ever been into comic books, let me just tell you, it tests your patience so much. Like, there's just something to be said about being really invested into a comic book character, all to have it all just to have it all fucking go down in flames the second a new editor comes in, the second they're like, okay, this character, their story's never going to end because we got a printing press situation going on here. Time to bring in 3 new writers to burn out on this character like the 30 before them. God forbid we fucking end anything. like if you guys could see the list I'm going down to just try to find like one segment of the Spider-Man story, because okay, Superior Spider-Man number 1 through 16, but how do I what, maybe is there a way to send, I wonder if there's a way to send BR just Superior Spider-Man. I think fucking, is it possible? Did I find it? Hold on. We might, I might be a hero, guys. I am a hero, but I might actually be him, dude. Oh wait, did I find it? No. Oh shit. I might have found it, chat. Let's fucking go. Okay, hold on. Let me confirm before I get like too excited here. This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. And it's still a mess. It is still a mess on this website. Like, y'all would not believe how much of a mess it is here. God. I literally have to give him like a tutorial on how to like comb through this shit, because it is just fucked, bro. This is insane. So I found the site, or a site for you to just read Superior Spider-Man. Okay. It is in shambles already. So I will have to explain like how to like navigate through it really quickly.
Should I watch Breaking Bad first then, or read Superior Spider-Man?
Honestly, Superior Spider-Man is just quicker. Like, are you feeling Spider-Man more or Breaking Bad? Because
I'm honestly, I'm impartial. Breaking Bad is something that I think I've wanted to watch for longer. I think that's
Breaking Bad. Yeah, I'd say Breaking Bad. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I've just been basically waiting to give myself an excuse to watch it.
Now you have one, yeah.
And now I have one, so that's cool. I think it's gonna be an interesting journey.
And after you're done, you can watch my video with context.
For sure, bro. I can actually understand. I'm like, damn, I bet this goes hard. I bet what he's saying, it makes sense. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we could sort out the comic book thing later, but I did get pretty far in like the research phase of it. Marvel will never let Peter Parker be happy is basically, if I could give Spider-Man like a sales pitch, right, or like describe his entire being as a character into one line, that would be it. They will never let Peter Parker be happy. It is just not profitable.
I've heard his story's been bad too lately.
It's been bad for years. But yeah, okay. So Breaking Bad, Call of the Night.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Sounds good.
Does Call of the Night have an anime? Or is it too new?
It does have an anime. It doesn't cover all the like up to where the manga is right now, but it's cool.
You said the art in manga is good, right?
The art in the manga is fucking fantastic. That's why I recommend it. The anime is actually a pretty good adaptation. I just think the manga art's kind of hard to beat. But this is one where you can watch the anime and then go into the manga if you want, and both that's valid. That's nothing crazy.
By the way, dude, did you fucking see the announcement from Kodansha that they're finally like dropping their own version of the Viz app?
That would be very nice, yeah.
Like, fucking, I've been praying for that one, because it, like, anytime Kodansha, like, has a banger series, it's like a whole workaround to try to go find it. Accessibility is just, like, a problem.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, oh, wow, I just realized we did 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I'll always squeeze us for content here. That's crazy. I say they did it as if we didn't ramble for like sports for 40 minutes.
Yeah. It's crazy to think that like the sports talk just pushed us back like just a tiny little bit, but like enough.
But enough.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out, everybody, to the greatest podcast on earth. Timestamps for this episode will be released in a few days, as they normally are. Timestamps for last episode have also dropped. For the JJK Season 2 trailer reactions, so go watch that. If you haven't already, like and subscribe for more
For sure.
Honored Ones content injected directly into your veins. Um,
Yeah, hope to see you guys on the next episode. Had a lot of fun. We'll see you guys next week.
uh, yeah. I thought there was something else. No, I think I'm just tired. Wow.
You gotta let me finish stuff, bro. You gotta just let me get that
Yeah,
outro off and then just
dude.
end
Yeah,
stream.
I'm so sorry. You just you give the intro this time. I won't take the wind out of your. I'm so sorry, dude.
Or you want me to give another
I
outro
just
for the
it feels
outro I
awkward
already
to end it
gave?
now like this.
That's crazy, bro. I had the perfect smooth buttery outro, and bro said I got some more stuff to say.
I
That's
thought I
insane.
did, bro, but I just like stopped talking. I was like, oh man, I got nothing left, huh? Oh my, I just ruined his perfectly good. I'm so sorry, man.
Listen, guys. Next week, you're gonna see what I think about Breaking Bad, and you're gonna see how Kreams feels about the first few chapters of Call of the Night. Hopefully, we have positive thoughts. I think Kreams is gonna enjoy Call of the Night, and I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a human dislike Breaking Bad. So
Yeah.
tune in for that. Obviously, JJK chapters, Blue Lock chapters, Black Clover, My Hero, all that stuff. It's gonna be talked about in the next episode. So we hope to see you guys next Sunday.
Peace.